Hmm. Oh boy, I'm spectating
You're still
again.
spectating? Okay, I'll leave after this if you're still spectating after this. Because
Watch as
we're at
I.
the like the jungle like level, I think.
Yeah,
Or not jungle,
yeah.
but
DK's jungle.
oh, is it GTA? Oh, okay.
It's DK's something or other because I don't know any other game with jungles in it.
Mario can be in jungles too, man.
I don't
Quality
think there
for
is
all.
jungle. I don't think they have jungle levels really for Mario Kart for non-DK.
Actually, I think the more you think about it, yeah, you're probably right. There are no. That dude just ruined his star chance right there.
You should be more empathetic to those poor people who lost their chance to use a good item.
I'm good.
Not very empathetic of you.
Never am.
Disgusting.
Oh, Jesus. Someone tries to actually hit me with said star. Ow. And then I got lightning. Is that karma right there that I got hit by lightning?
It is 100% karma. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, just so you know, I know we usually do this on Sundays your time, but I probably will not be around Sunday your time for our usual stream because I have to go to City Hall. So
Hey, that makes two of us, but I'll have to go to City Hall.
yeah, I got to deal with a bunch of
I
PR
didn't
stuff.
break the law. You did.
No, I'm not. I didn't break the law. I'm trying to just get accepted for my permanent residency.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Although funny enough, they did ask me twice, like, are you
A felon? Yes, criminal scum. Pay with your blood. Oh, cool. I got in. Or is it because you left?
No, I didn't leave.
Okay, good.
Because I checked, I didn't. Oh, lovely. I'll have to deal with that drama later.
Drama, drama, drama.
Hey, Biz, what's going on? Kent, what's going on?
Dum, bum, ba, bum.
Hide in the dark. What is up? All right, if I can't beat Lemon, then we have to officially end the stream, I guess. That shouldn't be too hard because Lemon just cheats and uses the best character in the game. So.
P. Prawn's the best character in the game now?
No, I have no. I think it's Yoshi right now. I don't know.
I mean, P. Prawn's the coolest, but I don't think he's the best.
I don't think.
He's
The only
just
heavy
the best in
character
my
I know
heart.
that's actually been the best was Waluigi. All I can remember.
Wow.
Aw, see, the gaming family's got my back, man. He thinks I can. He or she, not sure. They think can or that I can win, and I'm gonna win it. God damn it!
Trying to think of the meme, the Fast and Furious meme, how it goes.
Which one?
We had to do it for family.
Oh yeah,
Family's
gotta
like
do it for family,
matters.
man. Let's do it. Oh wait, chat. Let me know if the game volume's too loud or anything. We're seeing some more matches in, and then we obviously talk about discussions like Black Myth Wukong with all those reviews coming out. Gotta see how well it's going. And also talk
changed.
about a game that I think a lot of you probably forgot about, but should honestly go give a chance, especially now that it's releasing on Steam. So,
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it too.
sure, you played it, but you know.
I did. I just didn't know it didn't. I just didn't know that game came out later on. So I thought it came out at the same time.
Oh, no, no. Ow. Japanese players. They always pick the try-hard loadout.
They're trying their best.
Great. Am I actually going to lose the lemon? I cannot lose the lemon, people.
Yes, you can. You do all the time.
No, I refuse to lose.
No.
I don't like that there's a star behind me. No. Okay. I think I beat Lemon. I think I beat Lemon at least.
That's not fair.
As long as I did that, right?
That's hey,
wait
man,
until it's $20
cool.
or less. Black Myth or the other game that I'm talking about, Bobby?
Yes.
How much to get you to drop everything and play old school RuneScape?
All right, what's the starting?
Man, starting price to go back and play RuneScape of all things.
Old school RuneScape.
Old school RuneScape. $500,000.
$500,000? Jesus, it's not that bad of a game. I mean, you played that stupid DBZ game. Christ. At least RuneScape's actually fun.
Little Bobby, both. I'm pretty sure you can already get the first. You can actually, Bobby, you can get the other game I'm talking about. Like, it's on sale right now on Steam. I think it's like $25
for that price. Oh, I thought it was totally 20.
Oh no, it's for 25. But I mean, I personally think it's worth it. It's absolutely 100% worth it. But and then in Black Myth Wukong, I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna decide. The one thing I am waiting to see with Black Myth Wukong is really what is with the console port of it, because we know it's coming out on PlayStation and PC at the same time, but we've only seen PC reviews, so I'm a little worried. I am worried. 500K to return to Dokkan. Alan, come on now. Oh man, you pay me 500K right now, I'd probably just make some little account, go free to play, and just take the 500K to do whatever the heck I want. I just throw it back into Direct, make a living myself, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Disgusting.
What? I want to put the money towards it.
You gotta go. You gotta give it your all, guy. It has to be your life.
Hardcore whale, $500,000 just for one character. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has to go into the game, guy.
Has to go into the game. I don't know who Skaloff is, but get a red shell. Of course, you had something behind you. And there's a dude with a block on his head. That's a...
Yeah, I saw that. I thought, hold on. Who's that? Because I'm pretty sure that's the one of the power-ups in, was it Super Mario Bros. 2?
Something like that. It's one of the Super Mario.
Yes.
Ow! Maybe the green shell? Seriously, my dude?
Sounds like he has good aim.
Sounds like he does. Unlike me. Knowing me, I'd probably hit myself with the green shell.
Yeah, your aim's terrible. I've seen you play video games.
I just hit somebody with a green shell, so it's not terrible.
Oh, god damn it. I hate the hitboxes in this game because I swear to God,
we need talents for me bad games. Oh god.
No, that would be fun.
Just rage moments. Everyone clipping rage moments for me doing it.
Bad games as in like bad like licensed games, or bad games as in like Call of Duty?
I mean, I consider both bad, so yeah.
Well, one's more fun to watch than the other. Like watching you play Call of Duty would be kind of lame. Watching you play, I don't know, some trash anime licensed game, or
oh god,
or Mayro Krat, which is where I get Joshi from. I'm not sure it's even a game, but it's a great YouTube video. Or I'm trying to think like the notable shit games, or like Barbie Horse Adventure.
Oh god.
Or
aren't those all like DS games though? Oh crap, Lemon beat me? Oh crap, I have to retire now.
Hell yeah. Redfall incoming, no line.
That'd be funny since you mentioned an old game not many people play. And that's the thing on that. Oh, okay. When I say a game that people forgot about that just came out on Steam, like it came out this year in 2024, It's a super fun game. But unfortunately, I think just due to the publisher, a lot of people just kind of said F it. So.
Oh my god, Fester's Quest, holy shit. I think I told this story on stream once already, but I had that on NES.
God, Redfall? Oh god. You better be ponying up some money there, Bobby.
Oh god. Dude, Redfall is probably the best on that list he gave out.
Road to Hell, 1%. Oh god.
Beetlejuice. No,
Little
Fester's
Pet Shop
Quest. I should go play Fester's
NES.
Quest.
Oh god.
I thought that was the coolest game as like a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old.
Oh my god.
Uncle Fester creeped me out though too. Probably, I didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what I only even really knew what the Addams Family was until I was probably my teens. Because that as a franchise kind of came and went by the time I was able to make.
Addison was definitely like our parents' generation, I think.
Yeah, because I mean they had 90s and stuff, but
yeah, but like I mean, again, in the 90s we were little kids, we were like 4 or 5. We didn't know anything like that. So by the time we officially really learned about it, it was already just like out the door.
Man.
Oh god, Superman 64.
Little Bobby's making a real nice list.
He's making a list right now. Same with George here. Big rigs, offload trucking.
Yeah, no, that's like one of the notable worst games of all time.
Is it worse than Kong or Gollum? I mean,
yeah. If it's the game I'm thinking of, like it like is missing like geometry and stuff half the time, and it's rough. Oh jeez,
damn.
I want to say it's the same game where if you can like max out your speedometer, like for some reason there's a way you can play the game where it'll just keep speeding up. There's no sort of notion of physics, so the speedo gets like 1,000 miles an hour and stuff. Yeah, it's a super jank game. It was always
sounds like somebody who made it put it on Steam for like $1, and
this is before Steam. I think this is before all that. Because it was if anyone here's heard the show X Play, that was like always like their kind of bottom floor. Like that was the worst a game could be.
When you get knocked all the way back to 12th place. It's Mario. That's Mario Kart for you.
Ow. I don't know why I'm not playing.
On my screen, you weren't even touching anything, yet you get hit by something.
Yep, that's life.
The other thing I loved about Double Dash is the fact that I could switch between my characters and then thus switch my items. You'd be a lot more strategic with your items.
You could do that in another Mario Kart too, I think. I just can't remember which one it was.
Not that I'm remembering. Must have been a while ago.
All right.
Doug, yeah, it makes sneaking.
Oh my god, the guy game.
No, I can't. That's illegal to even own or purchase.
Desert Bus.
Damn.
Yeah, you can't. Well, I don't know about the legality of owning it. I don't think you can buy it.
Yikes.
Or it might be illegal to own too. I don't know.
I mean,
that seems like a legal gray area.
If it's as bad as everyone's saying it is.
Yeah, Desert Bus. That's a fun one. By fun, I mean terrible.
Can I own the guy game legally? Is there a particular reason for that without getting us demonetized?
I mean, it has to do with cheese pizza. Cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza, man. Oh,
which that even saying it that way, I think might also get you demonetized. I don't know. It depends on how up to how I guess not up to date the sensors are, how old school they are. Um, because cheese pizza was um, something a certain site that started with the number 4 would refer to it as. I think that's as far as I need to go. I don't think
Fun fact: the guy game was approved by Nintendo. Oh, that's actually pretty hilarious.
Was it on like the GameCube? So I mean, it would not surprise me if they let it on Switch Store now. They let everything on.
Oh yeah,
now.
but the Switch Store has so many things. Just like, how did Nintendo approve of this?
I mean, I'm sure there's some guy who just has the Panama Papers just as a game on there, and they're like, "Yeah, cool, awesome, Baltics, great. We love world history."
Oh, officially going to TGS in September. That'll be fun.
Oh, awesome.
So going both Thursday and Friday this year, so it's gonna be pretty busy. Not gonna lie.
Is it mostly standing in line?
No, because
Like
remember I'm
taxes?
going on the like the news day, business days essentially. So while there'll be some lines, but I'm more going around trying to meet and interview people and try to make connections and everything. So I already got a map hopefully. So I'll be going to like the indie booths and definitely heading over to I know someone over in Asus, so I'm gonna go talk with them.
Oh, okay.
And then I hopefully will see whatever the big ones have, Sega, Square, usual. But
Dude, they're probably gonna talk about Yakuza.
probably, I wouldn't be surprised. They always have it
Give me
there.
some more like a dragon.
They always have Yakuza and
Or Judgment.
Persona, and then Dancing Sonic. So
Dancing. Oh, is that? Wait.
someone's
is
literally in a
dancing-
costume dancing with cheerleaders.
Okay, that's
on
what
stage.
I thought it was. I think you sent me that video. I'm like, what in the hell is this shit?
Yep. And then we'll have to see what Sony's doing, which would be cool because they haven't been there since like 2017, 2018, I think. It was right. It was right before I started going. So, and then I'll probably try to get in contact with my contact at Bandai and see if I can chat with someone there. Bandai is always pretty, So let's see.
Oh, it's Dr. Disrespect's favorite game. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it too.
Oh yeah, there we go. What's better about not playing Dokkan? Money saved or not having to play World Tournament? I mean, all of the above, basically. Not having to play a gacha game, not having to spend money on something, not having to deal with constantly covering the same thing over and over every single day. Because when you finally have something done, because like back in the day when I used to do all those videos and recorded and everything, and then finally got them all out, translated things, the whole 9 yards. I was like, okay, can I finally take like a day break? Next day, something is updated, released, and I have to translate it and do this. And I'm just like, I hate doing that stuff. So
Yeah, Goku's hair changed again. You gotta cover that shit.
tell him to hook you up with an Rogue Ally X so I can review it for the channel. I mean, if the guy that I met last year is there, I will actually try. So never know sometimes. So Metal Gear. Oh God, Metal Gear has a gacha game now. God, I'm sorry.
There's a this is probably about 10 years ago now. A bunch of HD cinematics kind of popped up for Snake Eater, and I was like, oh shit, Snake Eater HD remaster, sign me up. Turns out there are a bunch of remastered cinematics for a pachinko machine. Really
I mean, yeah, the
bummed me
pachinko
out.
machine, I wouldn't be surprised, especially here in Japan. I mean, those things are all over here. That's what Konami's basically known for.
Yeah, man, pachinko's the best. You go there all the time, right?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Although actually, funny enough, I never actually thought I'd see this in my life here, but there's one. So whenever I leave my day job, there's
You go
one.
to the pachinko parlor. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. No. So anyways, every time I walk to a different station when I go home because I like to get a little exercise after leaving work. But there's this pachinko pachinko. I guess
Parlor
shop, whatever you want to call it, that has been there since like 1980 or something like that, right?
Okay, so it's got some age on it.
It's got some age on it, and in the last couple of months, it got torn down and replaced by a ramen shop.
New one. Oh, okay. I think you're saying new.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was expecting, like, because it's a branch. It's not like it's its own thing. It's a branch essentially, right?
Yeah.
And then so I was thinking like, okay, so they're just gonna update it, that kind of stuff, right? But no, they literally tore that thing down to like the final brick, and then it was like, oh yeah, by the way, coming in early 2025, this like ramen shop chain. I was like, oh, all right.
I don't know, but now what is everyone gonna play? Like you can't play ramen. How am I gonna get my gambling in?
You don't actually gamble. You just go hit the slot machine for like $20 and leave.
Is that not gambling? Am I not gambling money away? Am I doing that?
You're not doing it the smart way, so.
Oh God! Oh, enlighten me. Tell me what's the smart way.
You just gotta learn to count cards and then go play some blackjack.
Oh, God, I'd rather do sports betting. Sports betting's fun, especially if you don't know anything about it. Because I like watching UFC, because I like watching two people beat the shit out of each other. I don't know who they are. It's just fun to watch. And so it's like some friends from work invited me to go to the casino. We did watch sports betting, and we literally just like, oh, that person's definitely the coolest. We put all the money on, then we lose. Well, yeah, but we won because they're the coolest.
A pachinko machine, it's literally it's like a slot machine essentially here in Japan. So real gamblers play Russian roulette. There you go. Who was the person who started asking the meme about the tickets and everything? I might have been Garesh. I don't remember, to be perfectly honest. It's been so long. Like I'm like 90% sure it was Garesh. Obviously it was a joke because he and I are friends and we actually know each other in real life. But I think it was him, and it just kind of took off from there. So. I had to start blocking people, or just I literally had copy and paste ready to go on my computer sometimes. Just be like, where's this? Copy and paste, just send it to my video.
Man, the ROG Ally X is kind of crazy. 24 gigs of RAM.
Oh yeah, no, that X version, like if you don't have any kind of portable PC type of machine or anything like that, and you want to try it, like it's actually got some pretty good specs, all things considered. So. As a card counter, it isn't profitable unless you have at least $1,000. Have to really have a really good stack deck and hours of time. Sometimes, I mean, it's gambling.
You're not going in there with thousands of dollars. You're not going to make a huge amount of money back. Like that's how that works.
No, yeah.
It's just like the stock market. You got to put a lot of money in to get a lot of money out.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the pit boss too, because they'll kick your ass right to the curb.
Yeah, so you have to somehow fool them the entire time, even though they're trained to be able to look for that.
Oh, guys, it's 200.
I don't think so. No,
no, that's not 200. Why? Man, that was weird, because I hit an item, like an item box, and I shot straight into the corner wall.
Wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, it was almost like I was using a mushroom in 200cc. It was super weird.
Yeah, no, this is definitely not 200cc.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like anymore. That's what's so weird.
200cc, so
I don't know what went on.
I think the thing I hate about this level the most is little pit holes.
Oh, the cheese holes?
Yeah, the cheese holes or whatever. Yeah, I hate those things.
Sounds to me like you just need to get good and not hitting the potholes. It's like someone needs to go do some driving, some cities.
I've been driven since last year when I was visiting home.
You'll learn how to dodge the potholes.
Yeah, the only time I really drive is when I'm back in the States. Although I probably will get my my Japanese license once I get my PR. So
yeah, man. Got to then do some illegal street racing.
Hey, man. Tokyo Drift style, right?
No, we're talking like initial D, man. We're gonna be drifting around those AE86s, man.
Jeez, how many bananas are on this freaking course right now?
Not enough. They need more potassium.
Oh, barely made that. Jesus, 2 bullet bills behind me. What the heck, game? I don't need more ammunition. Williams behind me.
Yes, you do.
Oh, that blue shell actually kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, wow. Really?
No,
Triple green shells at the
that
finish
fucker.
line? And I got...
Who is that fucker with the red shell? He stole my first place. That fucking asshole.
Wow. All right, that's happened.
Steam
Bobby,
Deck still
Steam
clears,
Deck still clears unless you
fast.
load up, and then Ally X might win.
Wait, clears what? Because it is objectively a more competent machine.
I guess it depends on what exactly you're trying to do with said machine, though, because obviously the Steam Deck probably allows for more customization, I would assume. But
Well,
again,
you can get away with less RAM on the Steam Deck, but you're looking at 24 gigs of RAM. Like
so hang on. So how much is the Steam Deck compared to the ROG? What is it?
The Ally X?
Yeah, the Ally X.
I think it's like a $300 increase, isn't it? Isn't the Steam Deck like $500?
I think the Steam Deck's $300 or $500. I'm not sure though.
I mean, I'm sure
and Forge out here
like
really knowing how to count cards and everything. It seems like you've been busted before, my man.
Windows on a mobile platform
more
fucking sucks.
competent hardware, but Windows on a mobile platform effing sucks. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
I want to tell it to Xbox before they release their supposed next gen handheld that's gonna probably be running Windows. Or sorry,
well, I guess Windows on a mobile platform fucking sucks. Is it as in like when you're not like when you're big screen mode or out of big screen mode? So I think in fact once you're in big screen mode, I imagine it's the same. Though same reasons Apple iPhone and Samsung are the same. The software does a lot of lifting. Not anymore though. That's what's funny about this whole thing. Qualcomm has seriously dropped the ball. Apple Silicon is ridiculous now. I mean, what's crappy for Apple, not for me. The M1 chips are stupid fast.
Oh, the M1 chips are amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
The 2 and 3, they're really not much faster. And so what's happened is they really have nothing new to give people. Because like, I remember when the M2 chips started coming out and they started putting them in the MacBook Airs and stuff. People were like, no, just save your money because the laptop's gonna be effectively the same as last gen. Is you're never speed wise, I can know the difference, and they screwed up the memory chips on them, or storage chips on them. I mean, it was memory, one of them. So the storage or memory was slower on the new MacBook Airs than the last gen.
I thought. Yeah, if I remember correctly, like the MacBook Airs, there wasn't much difference going from M1 to M2 to M3, but
no,
you could start to tell a difference when you got into the MacBook Pros and everything, if I remember correctly.
Well, and synthetics and stuff, but just day to day, it's not. We're not.
Oh,
this isn't like
day to day thing. Yeah,
waiting a couple years for like a i7 or something.
I'm pretty sure Grandma Betty or whatever could probably barely tell the difference between the M1 chips and whatever was before it. So.
But Grandma Betty also can't drive very well and probably thinks her 1980s LeBaron's probably just as good as a Toyota Camry from now. Like, Grandma Betty's not a very good judge of characters, all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking for
the
us.
average.
I'm talking
heck,
people
even
like
the average customer can barely tell the difference.
Man, I don't care about the average person. They're boring. And
you are literally saying just day-to-day stuff, so aren't you talking about the...
For me! For me!
Oh, for you. Okay, fine.
I'm the only important one here. Everyone else can suck it.
Oh, God. Hang on, Chad. I'll read it in just a second. We're on the final lap. Can't read on the final lap. Especially when you're this far behind everybody.
A motherfucking piece of shit.
Probably the worst item to get, but okay. All right, now come out the crazy weapons. Let's go. I'll take it. Why not? Go from last to fifth. I'll take it. All right. Most rookie counters mess up because of the way they count, so it's obvious that a pit boss or a dealer can pick up on it. My highest profit was 12K, starting with 500 at casino in Phoenix. Damn. Impressive. Bobby, Lemon, you still need to navigate Windows with the thumbsticks and shit. Oh, there's also the shader shit that Windows does. The mistake
I
that
don't. So the
counters-
shaders, I don't think is a Windows issue. I think the issue is you can pre-render the shaders on a Steam Deck because it's a single SKU, for lack of a better phrase. I don't think the innards really differ outside of storage. For something like ROG, Asus could probably find a way of doing it, but they would have to work with Microsoft on it. Like, it's a thing that needs to get done. Whereas SteamOS is purpose built for it. It's a purpose built distro. I think it was like System 86 or something, or Pop OS, or one of, I forgot what the upstream distro was for it. But no, I just saw a rumor or something. It wasn't a rumor, it was actual announcement that you can start dropping SteamOS onto like ROG Allies and stuff. I mean, you always could, but they're gonna make it a little easier for you. ROG Ally.
I mean, it isn't game related if you cheat.
Yeah, Valve confirms it'll support the ROG Ally with its Steam Deck operating system, but it's not. It will support. No, it's a Linux distro. If Valve won't support it, someone else will. It's not a case of you can't. It's not closed source. It's not like Windows or OS X. If Asus wanted to, they could put the money in and make SteamOS or whatever the upstream distro of it is work. Like, there's no magic sauce behind it that they couldn't do. They're just choosing not to invest in it. As far as I'm aware, there is no closed source stuff going on with SteamOS that would stop them from doing that.
How dare they not invest in it? Think of the customers.
Well, I don't understand why they wouldn't, because, I mean, little Bobby's correct. It is not a fun time because Microsoft doesn't have the time nor the patience to do it themselves. The money's not in Windows anymore, and that's why Windows 11 sucks so much ass.
Why do you think I haven't updated yet?
I can't update according to them because I don't want to change my BIOS to
I'm about
use
to say
that new
you could, but you have to
secure
update your
boot.
BIOS. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. I don't care enough. Is that you I just hit?
No. I
Okay,
just went
there's
off the
another
jump.
Luigi.
You're in front of me right now.
So I hit a Luigi.
Oh, there's
He
like
just
three.
fell
There's like
down.
3 Luigis on
Well,
this.
that's what I'm saying, because I keep hitting Luigi that it keeps about to say, haha, got you, and then it's not you.
Remember, I've got
can't
the
drive
cool
by you.
car, so you just gotta look for the cool car.
Or after this, I'm gonna look at what Baz it is. I'm wondering if it's like a distro or something.
Probably because they have a partnership with Microsoft. I mean, that could be the case.
If that's the case, I mean, I get what you're saying for everything else, but the whole not being able to pre-render shaders seems super sus to me. Like, why could they do it? It's I don't think there's different SKUs for the ROG Ally, so I don't know why they wouldn't be able to do that. Or maybe it's like a DirectX thing.
Oh, geez, we're only on the second lap. Jesus.
It's a longer track.
Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, there's a coming. Shit. There's a blue cell right behind me. Just, whoa. Shit, I missed the item box. No. Ow, no. Ammunition William. Seriously?
Did he drop you off right in a corner?
Yeah.
Isn't that the best? You should be able to have a little bit of say in as to when it stops. As in, you gotta like stop it early or something when you know it's about to end.
Oh, geez, fireballs galore. Well, this is definitely a terrible race for me.
Every race is terrible for some.
Oh yeah,
I'm just happy
I
it
mean,
was you.
that's just Mario in general.
motherfucker! I didn't see the banana. All right. Oh, he doesn't look like Baz.
You're not going
is.
to talk
Why
about
they
that
have-
stream. We're not going to talk about that at all. Chat, I'm looking at you. We're not talking about it. All right. All right. Good.
What are we not talking about?
Exactly.
The DBZ shit.
Yep,
It's DBZ shit, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
It's gonna trigger me. All right, Baz.
Exactly. I don't know, man. You're the coder.
Next.
Yeah, Lemon, you're the coder. Come on.
Next generation Lynx game powered by Fedora and Universal Blue. But I don't think so. I don't think that's the same as SteamOS. Proton DB, Fails updates. Run your favorite apps. Yeah, Let's go see. Steam OS, because I think Steam OS is Ubuntu, not Fedora. What is the upstream? Oh, there is some closed source stuff in Steam OS. Steam OS. Okay, interesting. What is Steam OS upstream?
Modified stream OS. No.
Based on. Yeah, it's Debian, so it's an Ubuntu-based one. So yeah, so Bazite. I'm guessing it's Bazite. That's not the same as SteamOS. It's Linux, but it's from a different upstream distro.
Oh, take your word for it.
Bazite's from Fedora.
Hey,
not,
Ken, thanks so much for the raid, man. Much appreciated.
Debian. It should work the same though.
How's it been going, Talon?
Are you like in your bathroom or something?
No.
Like I can't hear him. Like I hear this like very silent echo. It's just like, hey, how's it going? But from like a very far distance.
Oh my gosh! No, I'm right here.
I'll have to check out Discord in a second. Maybe I muted you for a reason. I don't know. If I muted you, I won't be able to hear you. But I don't know what's going on.
Maybe I muted you for a reason. Savage.
Sad reason.
I don't know. The last time Ken and I actually chatted in Discord was probably like over 2 years ago.
Oh, nah. It's been like half a year.
Half a year? Back in January? I don't think so. Like I'm talking voice chat. It's definitely at least 2023 was the last time we talked. Like voice chat.
Yeah, at least 2023.
Yeah.
In a raid or something.
Yeah.
Probably.
At least.
Or I came and played Mario Kart one day.
Nah, I don't think you played Mario Kart. I would have remembered Mario Kart.
Once. I suck, but I played once with you. Baby.
All right, let me finish this race and then we'll check the Discord. Whatever the heck is going on.
Get shit balls.
Whoa! Jeez, I'm surprised I got that.
And he's gonna.
What Rainbow Road is this?
I'm gonna sound like I'm whispering.
It's
to him.
one of them.
No, really, Lemon. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
What?
It's Rainbow Road.
No way.
I don't think it's this game's Rainbow Road though.
No, it's not.
You
No.
sack
Rainbow
of
Road, where
shit.
You can fall off a lot.
That was my fault. I deserve that.
Are you also playing Lemon?
Yep, he's playing. Joins me every time I stream for the most part.
I try.
Ow.
So I'm actually about to go make quesadillas here in a little bit.
Nice.
But,
Quesadillas.
I wanted to catch you because I was going to DM you anyway. Do you, Talon, yourself plan on getting the Mario Party game that's coming out this fall?
Mario Party game? When does it come out again?
October, November, or something like that.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. It depends. Depends how it reviews, because it's and it really. Ow! Who hit me with the ammunition, Williams?
Mario Party never reviews well.
Speaking of bad games, Town about Skull and Bones. Why would you buy that, Bobby?
I bought it for $10.
Oh, okay, that explains it. Okay.
It was on Best Buy's 10 days of shit games they have to get rid of.
Ooh.
First quadruple game of the century, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, it's quadruple A game, yeah.
Quadruple game. I need that Metroid Dread to go on sale. That's what I need.
Dude, Dread is awesome. Easily worth the price. Easily worth it. Get it at full price.
No, I'm not paying full price
terribly.
for a 3-year-old game.
Dude, it's worth it. It's actually a good game. Unlike
It's
Skull and Bones.
good.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Oh shit, Best Buy. What's the game of the month?
All right,
Best Buy.
let me check what happened with.
Nope, shit. I need 10 days. 10 days of games.
10. Oh, your user volume's normal, 100%, all that stuff. Nothing's changed. They're all normal. So it's your fault. Whatever's happening on your end, it's all your fault. You must be on your phone or something.
It might. Well, maybe. I don't know. You just turn.
Oh no.
Big deal.
Oh no. I'm sticking by it though.
What?
10 days of shit games they have to get rid of stock for. Gran Turismo 7.
God, why would you do that to yourself?
Gran Turismo hasn't been a good franchise in a long ass time. I will stand by that. Say what you will about how bad
Lemon
Microsoft
paying
is.
$2.50 per A. Quadruple A game, you got it for $10, divide by 4, yep.
Oh, that's The math checks out.
It does. The math does
checks
check out. It absolutely checks out.
You got your math degree, does it check out?
I can confirm. I have a math degree. I can confirm. Holy shit, everyone left. What the heck? Oh, the heck? Like a bunch of people left, a bunch of people came in.
So are you excited for Wukong?
I hope the console version is good. We've seen all the PC reviews, so I'm definitely getting it. I mean, I'm going to be covering it, so it doesn't matter. But I'm hoping the console versions are good. If it runs like crap on the PS5, because we do know it's releasing there, then I'm wondering why they would delay the Xbox version, but not the PS5 version.
Well, if it is a shit show, that's why.
I know, but
like
why not?
PS5.
But why not just delay the PS5 version as well then?
Oh, because
PS5 market bigger.
yeah,
I mean, it obviously is, yeah, but
Is
okay,
the
because the original
possibility
reason it got delayed on Xbox is because the S has a lot less RAM and everything, both
Yeah.
video and in system RAM. So that is obviously going to take a lot more time to really get that coded well and everything. And Microsoft won't let them release it on the X only and then release later on the S. So that's why they had to delay it. But if it's still shit on the PS5, then I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, they kept talking. Game Science, the developers behind the game, they kept talking about how Sony was very helpful with, programming and everything for the PlayStation system. So, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It was Elden Ring.
Huh?
So the Xbox made that very same concession, where the S and the X, whatever. Elden Ring was able to break that rule because it was that good. I'm pretty sure it was Elden Ring.
It wasn't
No,
Elden Ring.
it's,
It was
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say that, but I thought that they weren't sure about Baldur's Gate 3, so they decided.
Yeah,
not to.
Baldur's Gate 3, like the S couldn't do the split screen co-op if I remember correctly, or something like that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And with how big Baldur's Gate was, I mean, it literally won Game of the Year, but just how big and popular it was, Microsoft just was like, honestly, probably Microsoft went down to Phil and was like, what the F are you doing? Why are you not allowing literally the most popular game of 2023 to be on our system? It can't be on the S though. Fucking care? Get it over there.
Well, because the S is one of their best selling. I think sells better than the X. Like,
It does, and their sales are already
say
down
what
as
you
it
will
is. So,
about people not buying games. That's one more reason.
yep.
Can you play Roblox on the Xbox?
Why would I play Roblox?
I'm asking if it's possible.
Is it even on Xbox?
It should be. I mean, Roblox is
No,
on PS4.
yeah, no, I think we
it's on
talked about
Xbox
this.
One. Yeah.
It was something like it was like way before PlayStation.
Yeah.
Then that's
Roblox.
probably why the S is selling better, because all the little kids are getting the S from their parents, and they're just playing Roblox.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
2015.
obviously, yeah, that's why they're doing the previous gen consoles, is because there's all that money being made from Fortnite, from Roblox, from Call of Duty, and if you don't need to upgrade to the PS5/X, why do it, right? Plus, not to mention, I remember when the S and the X originally launched, all those stories about how parents are trying to buy the next Xbox for their kids or something like that, and due to how the naming was, they were buying the One X, which is the last gen still, instead of the Series X or Series S. So I remember that happening back in like 2020 when they initially released SX split. It's 75S, 25X. Okay. Bobby has zero hope for Wukong on PS5. If it runs like ass on PS5, it probably gets Series S on fire. Yeah. I mean,
that's
again,
what I think happened.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
This,
But
I
hope
think this is gonna be another case of Cyberpunk. This game's gonna run like shite,
it
and they didn't
probably is
send
going
out
to
keys
run
the
like
consoles.
crap. Yeah. I mean, at least PC's running good, so I can at least get it running. But
Yeah, but same with Cyberpunk ran fairly well too.
it did. Yeah. I mean, I played that thing back on my 1080. So,
Ugh.
oh, dude, that's 2020.
Ew.
I just had problems
Ew.
with Cyberpunk, not just it running, just random bugs just breaking the game.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, see, the PC was weird, right? You'd have one person who would get just tons of bugs, tons of issues, all this stuff, and then you had someone like me who just didn't have any for some reason. Just,
Nah. It was all the AMD people didn't have bugs because AMD's better. Duh.
Whatever. Speaking of AMD, man, I'm sad that those CPU reviews are coming out and they are not that good. Like people are just like,
No, they have the same exact problem that Apple does. They cannot seem you. They did so goddamn well the last few years with Ryzen that they're hitting the cap of what they're capable of doing with those chips, outside of just throwing even more power at them.
well, the funny thing is like all the reviews are like if you have a 7800 3 or XD3 or whatever it is, the 3D one or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know AMD naming very well. Like just stay on that. Like there's no point in upgrading. It's just like, damn.
But couldn't you say that for just about any CPU? Like I can't think of any generation upon generation where I was like, I need to go upgrade each year.
Oh, I mean,
Like,
yeah.
if you
Well,
have
obviously,
the last couple of years chips, you don't need to.
The 3D,
It
like
hasn't
that
been-
thing's been out for what, 5 years now or something like that?
No, God, no.
Hasn't it? I don't
There's
know.
no way. Well, it depends on which generation you're talking about, but no, I don't. It came out like at least last year, if not a couple years ago.
I don't know. I have to check the internet.
AMD
So.
and absolutely just throwing CPUs out as late.
Oh yeah, no, they are. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to download Fortnite. God, Bobby, why would you download Fortnite?
Let's play the sour truck.
Oh man.
Yeah, no. To finish your question, Ken, I am definitely hoping for, or I'm hopeful for Black Myth, but at the same time, it's UE5, it's consoles, it's. I'm a little worried, and that did not open.
Also an unproven developer.
That's it. Well, I mean, it's first time. It's like I like.
Yeah, they're a junior developer.
Like I want to support them just because it's their first game type of thing, right? And if this gets good, good sales for them and everything, and they can improve upon it for the next game, then great. That's awesome. I've always wanted that for any developer. But if it runs like absolute shit on console, then that's just like, goddamn, seriously. So,
Yeah.
7800 X3D was 3 years ago. Okay, 5000 series was almost 5000 series was almost 5 years ago. Oh Jesus. I like Marvel talent. Oh, did they bring out Marvel stuff? Okay. I mean, you could just wait for the next Rivals beta.
All right. So, Mario Kart, new game mode. This is my idea I'm pitching. It's a relay race, right? Instead of double dash, right? You have teams of two, and it's a relay race. When someone, hits their lap or hits their, their checkpoint, you swap with the other person. But it's like banana bonanza. The people that are relaying out of the course, right? They go in the stands, and they're flying on Latigo clouds, whatever. They're trying to just bombard the other people with only bananas, and that's it. Like that's how we do the mode. That's the game mode.
Okay.
It's just you're trying to save your teammate with a billion bananas. What do you think?
It's got promise. I mean, you have to run some kind of beta for it just to see how it plays, obviously. So, but the problem is that you've got to actually get Nintendo to do it because they are not leaving 8, and we are getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe XX in for the Switch 2.
Wait, what?
I'm joking.
I was gonna say, man, like, come on.
No, but dude, I mean, it wouldn't surprise. Tell me you would not be surprised. No one should be surprised if Nintendo just continues to hold on to Mario Kart 8 for as long as they can. It is constantly, every single month, in the top charts. It is like the 3rd highest selling game right now, or something like that. And
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh my god, what is the Grand Theft Auto of Switch?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
I think it does better in Grand Theft Auto too.
I mean, can you really blame him though? Why put all that money into extra development for a new game when your current one is still selling gangbusters every single month?
Oh man.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to buy Wukong. Not worth it for me. Again, yeah, Bobby, for you, it's not worth it. Again, I'm only doing it because, I mean, again, if the console version is absolutely trash, I'm only doing it for the channel. But I'm hopeful that if the console one does run well, then I plan to, support, a smaller studio like that. So apparently, if you buy the Best Buy GT7 and then trade to GameStop for $16.50, the store credit. So you get more money.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Oh, that's funny.
Cheap ass gamer would do shit like that, like the forums and stuff. They would talk about like the buy two get one's freeze, and then go to like GameStop and sell them on a profit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, like hardcore coupon cutter types like that crack me up. They're fascinating people. They're the lengths they'll go through to save a quick buck, and then to sell it back to GameStop, which is good because fuck GameStop. They get rid of my Game Informer for no reason.
That's
well, they have a very good reason, but they didn't have to do it that way. Could at least told their,
okay. Like I kind of understand the physical print section of it, but like, why did they take down the entire website?
Because Cohen's a dipshit. His name's Cohen.
We know that, yeah.
So you're telling me my 5 Game Informer magazines in my closet, and one of them is just, it looks like it's seen a tornado. It's gonna be worth money soon. Is that what I'm hearing?
Give it like 30 years, and they'll become like Marvel comics, and then you'll be able to sell
it. If it's seen a tornado, I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know. It looked like someone put it in the washer. It looks pretty.
Oh yeah, no, mine are the same way.
So my dad grew up with the Marvel, like those OG Marvel comics back in the days, right? And maybe I've told you the story, but he like collected quite a few of these. And he went, and so obviously, then that was through junior high and high school and everything. And then he went off to college. And when he came back every vacation or whatever. But after he graduated, he went back home before he then moved to where his new job was going to be. And he was going through all this stuff, just getting the extra stuff he never brought to college or anything like that. And he went up and he asked his mom, my grandmother, and was like, "Hey, where did this box go that I had like all this stuff in it?" And she goes, "Oh, you mean those comic books? Yeah, I sold those to the local comic book store for the kids." And my dad's jaw just dropped to the ground because he had probably spent, like at that time, the equivalent of like $4,000 or something like that. So.
Oh, I mean, did she make a decent chunk of money off of it?
No, like, because it was just some like little thing for like where kids could go, and you sold them, you get like, at that time, like $1 or something like that at most. Okay. So dad was pretty like shocked, to say the least. Pretty sure I have an Anthem Game Informer in my garage.
I might have.
You've got some Game Informer stuff, don't you, Lemon?
Yeah, I used to be subscribed to it. Like,
yeah, you always got the new posters and everything whenever I came over. I remember that.
No, that wasn't from Game Informer. I'm pretty sure that was like from PlayStation Magazine and Nintendo Power and stuff.
Oh god, Nintendo Power. I remember that. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think Game Informer really gave posters out. But yeah, I had like all the major posters. Like my bedroom, my parents' house looks like just pinholes everywhere from all the thumbtacks. I pushed through all those posters.
What did they do with that room? Did they turn it into something?
So it's effectively a staging room for because they're redoing their master bathroom. It's effectively a staging room for all the extra stuff. So like the sink's in there now, the vanity, pretty much all the stuff before it goes in the bathroom sitting in my room. Outside of that, it's gone pretty much. Nothing's been in there.
My room just got turned into a guest room.
My brother's room got turned into a guest room. My room is just empty. Until now. Which is weird because my room was slightly larger, I think, than my brother's.
Yeah, I always remember, your room was bigger than your brother's, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But it also had this spooky attic door. Because there's literally a door to the attic in there. And for whatever reason, as a kid, it never really scared me a whole lot. In hindsight, I would have thought it would have, but it doesn't. It didn't scare me at all.
No.
Probably didn't watch very many horror movies back then.
Are you kidding me with the cars here, game? Come on.
Have you considered not hitting other people's cars?
Well, it doesn't help when they're spinning and you're trying to predict where they're going.
If a guy wants to do a donut, are you going to try stopping him? Really?
Yes, I will stop him. Ow.
Have a little bit of goddamn empathy, Talon. Jesus Christ.
How about not? Oh. And just like that, I'm now back down in the 6th. I was in first for the entire freaking lap, and...
You know how it goes, Talon.
I know, it's Mario Kart.
I've told you. Well, it's time. It's safe to go in first place, like the last corner. If you don't do that, you don't follow the rules, you're gonna be unhappy.
Can't believe.
Where was the indicator that they were gonna hit me with the shell?
Oh, thanks, game. I really wanted a golden mushroom behind a ammunition William. Thanks, game. Fucker. Wukong is dodging simulator. It's the best action comic can do in 2024. Cut some slack, Bobby. Dodging simulator? What is this, fucking Bloodborne?
Actually, a couple of reviews I did see did compare it to that. Because because to this day, many people, even though the developers have come out time and time again saying it's not, many people think it's a Souls game when in reality it's not. So
I was kind of hoping it was more like DMC.
not based on what I've seen, but I mean it's definitely
No.
fast paced like DMC, but you're not gonna be racking up some combo counter on the side saying
Fast-paced.
times 50 or whatever,
I
and
want
you're juggling
DMC.
someone with guns or something like that.
Should have been DMC. That's what the game literally should have just been a monkey with Dante's hairdo. I would have bought it.
Hold up. What gameplay have you seen that you're considering this is fast paced? Please.
Uh-oh.
Wukong?
Like,
Wukong's got pretty
these are
decently
questions
fast
that need to
paced.
be answered.
That's kind of methodical to me, but I really don't have know
Wukong
nothing
is
about it.
decently fast. It's not the fastest, but it's decently fast paced for its combat.
I don't know.
You're getting called out, telling you. It's like you're full of
I mean,
shit.
I mean,
Like,
just
I
look
just-
up any gameplay. I mean, him literally with his
have.
staff just whacking people. How is that not fast? I don't know.
It looks like you're whacking things until it's your time to dodge, and I don't know that I would call that fast.
Okay, unless you're looking at like 2021 gameplay, which I'm guessing you probably are.
No, this
Just
is the
go.
recent
Just go.
gameplay.
Okay, literally go watch Game Ranks. They're little before you buy.
That's what I want. That's what I just watched today.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you, but you've always had weird ways of looking at games, so that's just you, I think.
Weird.
Yeah.
What does that even? Oh,
You're
I'm gonna,
weird.
okay, you know what?
Ignore
After
him.
this race, I'm gonna go back through your Twitter and I'm gonna find some of your takes on gaming because you've definitely had some
no.
takes.
Don't go too
And I'm just
far
like,
back.
what the
Is it
fuck is
like
this guy
this
even
you?
talking
You're
about?
just gonna see me
Bobby
yelling and
can
fucking
back
at
me up on this. I know Bobby can back me up on this.
Weird takes on look. All right. First off, this is wild. This is wild.
I see a Twitter meme coming.
Yeah, I told you again. I'm gonna bring. Oh goddamn blue shell.
Damn it! Oh, got you.
Let's go. Let's go outside. Yeah. They're slandering me. We won't
Take us
stand for
outside.
this.
Let's go right now. I just gotta take a plane flight over there. I'll see you in 24 hours. Okay. No, Ken, I don't know. So I'm saying Ken has some. So Ken is saying that Black Myth Wukong is very slow paced, for its action, apparently for its combat. And I said, well, watch this. And he's like, I just watched that. And I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. You've always had weird takes on games. And he goes, what weird takes? And I said, let me pull up your Twitter here once this race is over. And then I said, Bobby could back me up. So Bobby backed me up.
It's gonna be like this you. It's gonna be like a tweet that says
All right,
Tears of the
I gotta
Kingdom
find
is just
Ken now.
strictly a
Hang on,
DLC.
pulling up Twitter. I don't need that. Twitter. Ken. Hang on, here we go. All right, let's get to some tweets here. Bobby just puts a laughing emoji. Town didn't even see his Twitter today, where I reminded him how harsh the truth that Ghost of Tsushima scored the same as Starfield. Yeah, that's because those reviews don't mean shit. So
Bruh, Ghost of Tsushima. Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost
was
of
the same as
Tsushima 10
Starfield's
times better than
super good.
Starfield. Starfield is a joke.
It's good. No. We just got through. You love Tsushima. You also have to love Starfield. That's how ratings work, Talon.
Half that shit.
No, that's just logic. That's just physics. That's physics. Don't know how it's physics. Don't ask. Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me. Don't ask me why.
Okay. If you stop texting, if you stop retweeting so much Dokkan crap, then I could actually find your game. Seriously, how much Dokkan crap do you retweet, dude?
So I have like those filter lists where just it'll filter out tweets with the words you don't want. And it's fun going on some people's Twitter accounts, and it's just like the whole thing is just a giant wall of this tweet contains words you've muted. Like, oh, okay. There in the DBZ.
I could filter your stuff. Oh, you actually like Stellar Blade? Okay. Impressed. That's actually that's a good take. Oh crap. Be back at it a sec. God, every time I hear this music / play this stage, it just needs to be double dash. Like, God, why is there not a double dash mode in this game?
Something you start need, you know, selling the high seas a little bit here. Get a computer mimicry, and then just play double dash.
It's not just playing double. I want to be able to play it online.
You can play it with fake LAN. You'd have to get like 8 other people, but
and that's the problem right there.
You're telling me you can't find 7 other people who like double dash? Like, I know it's not the most popular game in the world, but
well, time zones are also a thing.
I mean, I don't think anyone would deny that. Well, no, they're fake. It's all just a man-made construct. You know what's the worst time zone though? India.
Why?
Because they don't go off. They don't go off hours. They have a half-hour command. It always fucks me up. It's like, oh yeah, it's like it's my like our me at 9. Oh, it's like at like.
Come on, Tom. It's easy to roast Ken. He was a trial streamer. Isn't he still a trial streamer?
Trials.
Destiny.
Oh God, Destiny streamers, gross. Who the hell would stream Destiny? What kind of degenerate would stream that game? Who could do that, Talon?
I don't know. People who can play competitive every single weekend.
Who can? No, I'm just saying Destiny. Who could stream Destiny in general? Like, who would do such a thing?
I mean, if you're raiding every weekend, I could see that. That can be fun with friends. And don't you remember you standing in the corner not doing anything, and then
I know I'm literally I can't be more obnoxious about it.
Oh God, I still remember taking you into VOD.
You told me to stand in the corner. I'm just following directions.
Literally to the T.
You tell me to do something, I go do it. I'm a good follower of rules. Oh, goddamn sons of bitches.
Someone tried to hit me with a star.
All right. Bathroom before it starts.
Lana, let's go. Go, go, go.
Stop with the Dokkan stuff. After watching Pla, MTQ, Arthur's Vix recommended me your stream. Oh, all right. Well, N, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. We're finishing up some Mario Kart races, and then we're gonna be talking about some other topics. So,
all right, I'm back. Ghost of Tsushima. He's not talking about me.
oh no, Bobby likes to joke with me because he's like, oh, by your definition, Ghost of Tsushima and Starfield are like the same and everything, and I'm just like, no, they're not even close. Starfield's a buggy ass mess.
I'm gonna give you a new hot take right now. You don't even have to go to Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Black Myth Wukong's combat so far looks more boring than Final Fantasy 16, which, in my opinion, had one of the worst combat systems that I've seen since Devil May Cry 1. Because the guy that made it came from Devil May Cry 1, and in 20 years he didn't learn anything new.
Devil May Cry 1 is like the original PS2 game? Or that remake
PS2
thing that...
Yeah, like PS2 or PS1. It's 15 to 20 years.
Man, that is a shit take. Jesus Christ.
Terrible take. Holy
You might as
crap.
well just tell Talon here you thought Final Fantasy 7 sucked. You may as well just start there. Just at least that one would be a little more fun to watch.
Wait, which one are we talking about?
No, I'm saying if you want you could have a more blatantly bad take if you wanted to. Like,
Final Fantasy 7 combat is up there with the best of the best of Final Fantasy games.
Wait,
What?
remake or rebirth? Which one?
Both.
Oh, both,
Well,
yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? It's worse than 16. Jesus
Oh,
Christ, you are
we gotta go. Okay.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
hang on. I gotta set this up. Because I want to clip this. Okay. So on our right, we have Lemon here, who prefers Final Fantasy 16 over Rebirth, and on the right side, we have Ken, who prefers Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth over 16, calling 16's combat the worst it's ever been. Go.
What the hell?
Okay. Look, I'm gonna try to be as concise as I can be, and I've talked about this numerous times. So when 16 came out, I was super excited when I heard that the guy that worked on Devil May Cry 1, not 2, 3, 4, and 5, Devil May Cry 1. I was like, okay, Devil May Cry has some really good combat going for them. This is gonna be great. But the game came out, and there are 3 things, maybe 4, that make a Final Fantasy game to me. The story, right? The characters in that story, the combat, and I guess the 4th would be the world, right? You have to have those 3 foundations. And when the combat was literally just us as Clive for, spoiler alert, it's been long enough, for the majority of the game, but not all of the game, and we are sitting there hitting light attack, ability, light attack, ability. Monotonous and boring. Phenomenal story. And I haven't finished yet, but as soon as I started that game, I'm like, bro, this is one of the greatest starters in a story for Final Fantasy I've ever played. The loading screens, a give or take, right? I would rather have just a better open world, but the combat was it was bland and boring. Now, compared to Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth, the reason why I hold that combat more, if you take one singular character, their combat is going to get monotonous and boring. But because you have the freedom to bring your party and play how you want with multiple characters, that's always been a strong point of every Final Fantasy game for me. All of them.
Okay, Lemon, your take.
But Final Fantasy VII is the worst of both worlds. It's not a very good, just smooth brain action kind of game, and it's a very piss poor imitation of a good RPG and deep depth of an RPG. Like, it's the worst of both worlds. Like, it's fun, it's fine. It's not better than 16 in any way, but it's fine. But it's not as good as 16. Full stop. And also, it didn't have Torgal. Just gonna end right there. More games need Torgal in it.
Okay, I'm gonna step in as kind of the middle person here. Okay, so I thought both Rebirth and 16 were phenomenal games. Each are different types of games. Clearly, I never expected 16 to be like Rebirth or anything. However, I will say 16's lack of actual RPG systems and everything definitely hurt it, in my personal opinion. However, I will, to Ken's point about the combat was just light ability. Dude, you clearly didn't delve highly into the abilities, because you could chain together the abilities into some crazy ass combos, keep it going with your light and heavy attacks. Like, you could, there's depth to that combat system, but the fact that you said you didn't beat it means that you clearly haven't gotten that far.
This easy mode, just keep spamming light attack. I got you.
The combat is not as in depth as you make it sound like. I can think of, from the time I played it, I can think of one time where you.
So let me ask you this: how far did you get through the story? How far? You said you didn't beat it, so how far did you get into the story? Did you get the time skip?
Bahamut.
Did you get the time skip?
I got the
Bahamut. Okay, so you've got
we're
decently through it, but you're still missing it. Did you get his abilities at least?
Yeah, I did get his abilities.
So you're still missing out on 2, 3 main ability holders, the icons, as they're called. You're still missing out. Yeah, you're still missing out on some of the best ones, unfortunately.
That's not even halfway in the game yet.
The only combat that can even combo at that point is your guarding. You use Titan to guard. That's like the peak. At least.
Well, you need, so if you really want to get good combos going, you need Shiva and you need the night guy. What's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? God, I even fought him in Rebirth. Guy on the horse.
Like the whoa.
Odin. I used
Odin. Yeah, Odin. Yeah, you need Odin and you need Shiva. Once you get their abilities, combine that with either Ifrit, the Phoenix, or even combine it with I always blank on his name, Thunder Dude. Like you get some really good combos going. Not to mention, if you get Leviathan, Leviathan's a lot of fun. So
I play the DLC.
I don't see the combos.
I will say if you played on first playthrough is definitely easy. It's definitely not hard. But you play on Final Fantasy mode is actually it forces you to use a lot of combos, which is nice. That is definitely a fault of the game though. I don't give it a pass or anything. Now in terms of Rebirth definitely has the best system in my opinion, a combination of action and actual RPGs, slowing down, the combination of your party and everything. Definitely enjoyed it. Rebirth is definitely my game of the year for 2024. So then again, I knew what to expect going into 16, especially once the demo came out. I did not expect it to be like your typical Final Fantasy game. We knew that from the start. We knew we're not going to be having different party members. So if you didn't like Clive, then guess what? You're not going to like the game. That's just the way it is. So
Clive's cool.
Clive was cool. I like Clive as a character. I thought, especially when you start getting into the deeper stuff when, I guess, again, spoiler, I guess, technically, even though the game's been out for a long time, his brother's alive still and everything like that. His connections with Jill, I loved all that. Getting some of the side missions with some of the characters was a lot of fun. But I will admit, there were definitely a lot of side missions. Some were fun, but there were a lot of them that were, they're just, yeah. So,
it's a Final Fantasy game. Side missions aren't their thing.
Well, yeah, they never have been. But I will say I loved the battles with the icons. Those are a lot of fun.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
Okay, the icon battles were phenomenal.
The Titan. How could I freaking forget Titan? Titan is definitely one of my favorite ability guys.
Yeah.
His ability to perfect block a lot of enemy attacks and encounter with those. Oh, I love setting up combos with that. That was a lot of fun. Little Bobby's gonna trigger Ken here.
Yeah. Does he mean 6 or 7? Was that a typo?
6. That's 6.
That's 6.
That's 6. Yeah.
I want to make sure it's not a typo because Odin's abilities.
7's very overrated though, especially Sephiroth. That guy's a dolt. Can we all agree he's probably one of the worst Final Fantasy villains? Like Jesus Christ.
No, I cannot agree.
It is.
I don't know. I think
bad.
16's Ultima. 16's Ultima is pretty. Nah.
No,
16's Ultima.
Sephiroth is such a dolt in the new ones. Like he was better in the original and in like Advent Children stuff. He's such a dork in this one. It pisses me off.
How's he a dork?
He's an absolute edgelord. He's the quintessential 90s edgelord.
This is kind of from the same guy who thought Cloud was an edgelord because you first got introduced him in Kingdom Hearts.
He was an emo bit. Yeah.
That's not what he's like at all, as you've clearly learned now.
No, because they fixed him in the remake.
He was like that in the original.
No.
Final Fantasy VI is probably the best Final Fantasy game to date. 16 may come close in story.
The story in 16 is really good. I like the story. Told a very mature story, which is great. I hope they continue that forward, telling more mature stories.
I probably got further in that game than I originally said. Because
Cloud was always a dweeb. Well, yeah, Cloud was always a dweeb. Yeah, but he wasn't emo like he was in Kingdom Hearts. Like the way they portrayed him in Kingdom Hearts is not how he actually is.
But yeah, to slander 6 like that, Bobby, that's just, I know you're doing it on purpose. That game deserves
what he said.
A remake. And it's got, oh my god, it's good. As much as I want a fanboy for 7, because that was my first one, I look back and
it was his first. It was my first, ladies and gentlemen.
It was my first Final Fantasy. I would rent that from the movie store. That's how old I am. I would rent that from the movie store for, weekends on end, late fees, all that good stuff. I worked my mom. But what got me into 7 was I played the demo of 8 at the time, so I didn't even play 7 when it came out.
I remember 8. I remember the 8 demo. It was a long time ago, but I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, in GameStop. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then when I went to the movie store, right, to rent movies, I've seen Final Fantasy VII in the game. I'm like, well, that's cool too. So I played that. And then I ended up playing 6 on the SNES. And I got the greatest piece of advice anyone could get in a video game. Played it, talked to my cousin, 18, 19, or however old he was. And I was stuck, and I'm like, hey, how do I play this game? Figure it out. That's what he told me. The best advice you could give anyone: figure it out. That's how you play games. All right, and that's a rant for another time. But
Oh boy.
six was phenomenal. Every time I look back at it, I think six.
So I'm
was
assuming
probably
you
the
picked up the
best.
Pixel remaster then, because 6 is in there.
No, I didn't. I actually only just learned about Pixel Remastered, and I was very upset. I am on the divided side of Solis. No, I don't. Yes, Solis getting hit in the jail cell matters, and it impacts the story in a more significant way than they just kind of cut that and skip that for, worried about ratings. It sets the tone of not just the location that they're in. It sets the tone for the type of soldiers that are following. I don't know if it was Kafka's lead at the time or if it was still Gestalt or whatever his name was. It just sets the tone so well. And then for her to just be, quote unquote, scared or intimidated or taunted or whatever, people are claiming it is right now. That's one reason I don't
I
get
didn't-
those remake.
Bobby, I didn't take you for a Final Fantasy 13 guy. I'm actually surprised about that.
Yeah, Square Enix is just not doing well money-wise. They should ditch this Final Fantasy 7 bullshit. Remake 13. Give the players what they want. That's what they should be doing.
I don't know. I found 13 to be okay. I liked parts of it, but there were other parts of it I didn't like. Granted, I was also was that junior high when that game came out?
Yeah, I
think-
remember picking up at Costco. 'Cause for some
Yeah,
reason they had it off, like,
I want to say it's like
$2 off.
mid junior high. So granted, maybe if I played it now, it'd be better, but I just don't have time to really play.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
I did enjoy 13 when it came out. No, it wasn't the greatest, and it stepped away from a lot of Final Fantasy as far as like the linear world, the open world kind of mission. It was just as open as any of the worlds are going to be. They kind
13 is he's trolling. 13 is meh.
This way, or don't do anything else.
No.
Thanks for making me feel old, dicks. I was in college when 13 came out. I'm pretty sure I was junior high when it came out. Maybe early high school. I don't remember. 'Cause I remember it was a PS3 game, right? Is it the PS3 Xbox 360 game?
No, PS2.
You're so young now.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking.
13.
No,
13 was
No, I'm
12.
thinking-
12 was
yeah,
on
I'm
PS2.
thinking of-
12
I'm
was
thinking
on
12,
PS2.
yeah.
Yeah. 12 was
13.
PS2.
No, 13 was the PS. Yeah, we were in.
It was late junior high, early high school, wasn't it?
No, I think it was late high school.
Was it late
wasn't
high
it?
school?
Yeah.
I just don't
So
remember.
I was thinking 12.
2000
Yeah,
and
13.
So then, well, just late high school.
13
That was
was on
2008,
PlayStation 3.
2009. Graduated 2009.
Yeah, we graduated to that night.
Yeah, 13 was indeed on PlayStation.
Yeah, I knew it was PlayStation 3. I just couldn't remember exactly what year it is.
2008.
2008. Okay, so then we were juniors
Yeah,
in high
yeah,
school
we're
then.
juniors,
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause I was out of high school myself. And
Yeah.
I was working. So
No, that
Yeah,
game sucked ass. Never
Bobby
mind.
was in college, so yeah, that all kind of lines up a little bit better.
That was about the point where the Final Fantasy franchise kind of took a nosedive. Jesus Christ.
Well, that was still back in the day where we heard about Versus 13, Final Fantasy 13, and then that like other game that came with it or whatever.
It's exactly why they never should let Nomura anywhere near this goddamn franchise again.
Oh,
He's a hack.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Look
this
here,
is
13
Lemon on his Nomura rants that he does all the time. So
He is a hack.
13 wasn't bad. I'd say it went downhill with 13 too, and then it just hit rock bottom with 13.3. And I'm going to give you the craziest take.
sequels.
You can take this one, hit the record, get ready.
Uh-oh.
Reversing time is garbage in video games. Majora's Mask included. Hot trash.
All right. Do you have the ability to kick people out of games?
I
Or...
just hate that mechanic. I don't mind time travel, but I despise repeating days. And I didn't hate it until Lightning Returns came out. I didn't hate Majora's Mask. I was like, it's whatever. But when 13 Lightning Returns came out and it was the same system, I said, yeah, no, I hate both those games for that. I don't like games like that. I just hate them.
and recorded. That will be a short in a couple days.
There you go, man. It's the worst.
I also started college a few years later and then dropped out for 2 years to work at EA. Ken might be the only person with worse takes than Lemon.
I don't have bad takes. I have takes that
I'm pretty sure Bobby isn't Bobby
to.
calling you like the 90-10 guy? Like 10% of your takes are good, Lemon, 90% are bad. So I mean, if 10 is
wrong.
worse,
That's what he claims.
Oh, Titanfall 2, Ken. Oh, this I gotta hear.
I didn't play it. I always wanted to get in Titanfall.
Okay. That's fine. That's honestly okay.
I mean, it's not fine that he hasn't played it, but it's not the worst.
It's not the worst. Okay, let me rephrase. It's not the worst take or anything like that. Plus, I mean, let's be perfectly honest. When the game released, obviously it's all on EA, but then unfortunately with all the hackers and everything, and they just literally let that game to die. So
it was the best game out that year, wasn't it?
It was. I love Titanfall 2, but I can understand why a lot of people haven't played it.
Because what was the Battlefield that came out that year?
1, I think. Yeah, 1.
Yeah, that definitely was the best one of the 3. That game sucked.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 was kind of. A lot of people like it for some reason. I personally did not like it. So.
Yeah, they're called weirdos, man. That game was not fun.
Yeah, that was when Destiny 1 came out, if I remember correctly, or around that time, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
On Titanfall 2.
I think so. No, not like this, not like the same month, but like that year. Like, I'm pretty sure that year is when it came out. Or maybe it was the Taken King DLC that came out that time.
Yeah, I don't think it was because the original one did not. Made Taken King for sure, but.
Titanfall 2, it's best PvP of all time. What in the world? Hello? Did we just forget about the PvP and the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I believe it was?
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. What? Wait. Hold the fucking phone. What? Assassin's Creed multiplayer's been trashed since day fucking 1. Jesus Christ, man.
If you thought
holy shit.
Hello, my name is Kuka.
Oh my god, I stopped becoming the heel in this whole thing. You do have worse takes than me.
Look, I'm not really going to say Titanfall 2 is worse than Assassin's Creed, but man, I don't know if it's the best PvP ever.
It's definitely got the best, like, kind of combination of gunplay and movement system. I will definitely give Titanfall 2 that.
You did not say that when it came out. You refunded the game, Talon.
I did refund the game, yeah, because no one was playing it. We couldn't. It was either you fought nothing but bots.
No, it wasn't no one's playing. It was a bunch of tryhards were playing, kicking our asses.
That too, yeah.
We got absolutely demolished.
We did. We got absolutely demolished.
Oh my god.
I think we just went back to playing Battlefield 4, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think we did.
My takes have been forged over the years, and I see it as a bad thing. This is how I see video games right now. It's a lot of mediocrity, and I say this with no offense. I feel like a lot of people that love or liking, like Final Fantasy 16, right? Great game. I just had a problem with the combat. But when people, it feels like it's the crowd that's settling for less. And games right now in 2024, and even before that, they kind of just hit like we're not really seeing innovation. It's more of how can we just put a small twist on something, right? And I don't know if that's because I've just been playing games for too long, and it's just, I can't be surprised. I can't be impressed. And I don't know.
Sounds like you just play some indie
games.
games.
Gaming for myself just for playing too many games in my life.
I think it's it can be a combination of everything. I mean, I think I think a lot of those.
Stay on fences, Talon. Come on, you gotta have
Lemon,
bad takes.
Lemon, 5-minute timeout in the corner, okay? A realistic take on it, because I hear this all the time online. And I honestly just roll my eyes sometimes, but in reality, the real thing is that look, if you're really looking for something unique and innovative and all that kind of stuff, that's all in the indie game scene right now. In the AAA space and everything, they're companies. They want whatever's going to make the most money for the least amount of, whether it's change or anything like that. That's just the reality we live in right now. We do. Now, we still do get some good games that can really surprise a lot of people. I would assume Remake/Rebirth did that for you, Ken. Other people got surprised with Elden Ring. Other people get surprised with insert game here. Or, again, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, like God of War 2018 to Ragnarok or anything like that. Or again, insert any game here, essentially. Crap, blue shell. But if you're really looking for truly innovative, brand new ideas, never done before, you got to go to the indie scene for that kind of stuff right now. You just have to. And part of it can also be the fact that we ourselves, we've been gaming since what? 1996, 97-ish, give or take, right? We've been here since the original days, essentially, right? And so, yeah, eventually, every type of game you can probably think of, we've played to some extent, and that's just the reality, essentially, right? So, that's the way I've always looked at it.
And you know, and that's why I said I've come to that conclusion where it's not that people are, for lack of a better phrase, they're just settling for less and just okay with mediocrity, which some people are. Destiny players.
Yeah, Destiny players. Yeah.
Like, bro, I hate when they try to. But okay, let me walk away from that topic. It's just me. I played it all.
And so, I think that's the thing, right? I mean, like anytime I've ever seen this kind of, you know, statement or comment or anything, it's always kind of like, okay, so what do you want to see from a game? Do you want to see like you blindfold the screen with this little line across it to then, you know, have to do RPG systems combined with, you know, swinging your foot with a motion controller or something like that? You know, again, crazy over the top idea there or anything like that. But yeah, I think especially for us, we've played it all, right? And in the end, these businesses, publishers, you name it, you know, eventually they have to then start making the games for the new generation coming in, right? And if the new generation hasn't played anything, then guess what? You can technically recycle stuff. You can remake stuff. You can remaster stuff. Right. You can make new stuff, but yeah, that's just the way it is.
Well, that's how every industry is. Music industry.
Oh yeah, no, it is absolutely. No,
novel industry, news industry, it's all over. In an endless cycle of mediocrity. But one of the games, speaking of indie games, probably the last indie game that really just wowed me was this War of Mine. And recently I was actually looking for something that played exactly like nothing has come out exactly. Well, something's about to with that zombie game that's coming in. It's going to play somewhat. It looks literally like that. I liked this War of Mine. I thought that was a really, really good indie game that came out.
What's the indie game that Lemon and Bobby really loved this year? Animal something?
Animal
Well, yeah. A lot of people love that game.
Oh, that little puzzle Metroidvania thing? Something like that?
Yeah,
I've seen that. It looks too peaceful for me.
Too peaceful.
It's not very peaceful.
It looks too. I don't know. I need more. I didn't even want to get Metroid Dread when it came out, and I like Metroidvania, but I was
Jesus
like,
Christ.
Oh, man, it's just gonna be here we
okay,
go.
that saying might get you in a timeout.
Bobby's literally called this one. Holy shit.
Dread is an amazing game. You can't say shit about it until you actually play it.
I'm not talking bad. I just had my reserves.
It's a great game. It is an absolutely great game. Go actually play it.
I don't like those robot things. I thought those sections were kind of whatever.
I got used to them. I went back and I played through it again, and I'm like, oh, you know what? The Emmys aren't actually that bad. First time you play it, yeah, they can definitely be a pain in the ass, but the movement, the combat, the bosses, the Metroidvania style stuff, like Dread's an amazing game.
I think that's kind of what made me like, was those little robots. Because it reminded me of literally like Dark Samus chasing you around in Fusion or whatever it was. One of those.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Dark Samus wasn't in Fusion, unless you're talking about the copy of her.
It's
it's like you literally could not fight it until way late in the game, right? So you had to run from it. Okay,
I guess and I'm like, technically spoilers, like you actually do fight the Emmys a lot faster than what you did in Fusion or whatever.
Sure.
It's just I'd say the first hour or so you avoid them for a couple of rooms, but it's not like they're following you across the entire map. There are only very like certain areas that if you enter into them, they will try to find you. The moment you leave, they don't bother you at all. It's normal Metroidvania, Metroid game stuff.
and that's where my reservation came from, because I'm like, I get Metroid specifically, and I've been watching, you know, the older Metroid games recently, and I'm like, wow, they really just like take one thing and add into it, and then it really didn't evolve into such very distinctly from its, you know, from the original games. I guess is what I'm going with here. But I just, at the same time, at that time, I'm like, man, I don't want to see the same thing, and that's what I was afraid it was going to be. Is like, oh man, we're just gonna be running from an enemy until the end of the game, you know. I did that in one of the Metroids.
Animal Well might be my game of the year so far. September is the only month that might bring challengers. Oh, the Zelda game, you mean? After Rebirth, of course. I mean, Rebirth is easily my game of the year. That's not even a competition. Like, I don't see anything beating Rebirth for me personally. But then again, we've already said that game of the year is literally subjective. It's whatever your personal opinion is. There is no.
It's objective. It's Elden Ring DLC. Come on, guy. That's game of the year.
DLCs cannot be game of the year.
No, man, it's Elden Ring DLC. It transcended the rules.
It was too easy.
Ken saying it's too easy.
It was.
Zelda, dude, Astro Bot looks like a lot of fun. I cannot wait for Astro Bot, that game to come out. That looks like a fun game.
No, it's all about Quidditch champions. There's the goatee.
Champions. God.
I kind of forgot that game was coming out.
The game that I thought was gonna go further and turn into a franchise was I think it was Absolver, where you go around and fight other players, and then you get better as you beat other players, and you learn better skills.
I think I
like
vaguely remember that game. I never played it, but I vaguely remember that kind of game.
Absolver or Absolve?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
it was like it was meant to be some kind of like online game where you fought other people, obviously, and then like you got stuff from them when you beat them, and you got better and all these upgrades or something like that. Yeah, I vaguely remember something like that.
Not ringing a bell.
I'm surprised. Exactly. No, people don't even remember. I'm surprised that game didn't take off. I actually expected it to. I did. Even in the myriad of, I think, battle royales were about to be, you know, we're already a big thing maybe, or we're exploding at that point.
Battle royales are.
I'm waiting for the Digimon battle royale. All right, so I
Digimon battle royale.
Don't knock it. It's the greatest thing, right? Look,
I'm gonna knock anything Digimon at this point. Like, there's a franchise that has nothing but, you know, cool ideas, and they just squander every fucking time. Give me another Cyber Sleuth. No, we're gonna give you a visual novel and take 5 years to do it.
No way, okay. Cyber Sleuth! Oh my gosh, you're one of those nerds.
Oh God, what did I do?
Yeah, what? We can't be in the same Discord channel. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? You didn't like Cyber Sleuth, man? Get the hell out of here! That's the best thing Digimon ever did. Holy shit!
It broke records on the PlayStation 1. What do you mean?
Disgusting.
They came out with Digimon World 1.
Oh God, as a Digimon World person, God, Jesus Christ.
Broke world records at the time in 99, I think it was, 98, 2000, whatever.
Yeah, there's a reason why Digimon's a smaller franchise than Pokemon. It's fucking Digimon World games.
Well, first off, when Pokemon started turning into ice cream, they lost, alright? They were done. And that's why Power World exists. It's time to kick Pokemon to the curb.
Oh, Jesus Christ,
Digimon World is greater than Cyber Sleuth. I'm sorry.
I'm just laughing at this. This dude is going at it.
I'm gonna give you one big reason that I dislike Cyber Sleuth, right? Because I liked it. I played Digimon World 1. Loved it.
Is it because the game's fun? Is that why you don't like it?
I enjoy it. Ah, yeah, nice try. Digimon World 2 I enjoyed a lot, and Digimon World 2 was like was an RPG, right? Turn-based RPG, just like Cyber Sleuth. What pulled me away from, I was so excited for it. What pulled me away from Cyber Sleuth the most was all the environments look the same.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. It's nothing more than that. Because they decided to make everything look the same in the environment when it came to the digital world and vending machines and phones and whatever you put yourself in. The digital world looked so boring, bro, and it just killed it killed me to like realize that.
Knocking Digimon is like picking a Millhouse. It's not fun. It's too easy.
Digimon was great, man. I think the best out of the Cyber Sleuth games or anything like that was Digimon World 2.
Jeez. God.
Come on,
Digging.
look,
Keep digging.
You're moving up the ranks, right? You have a purpose. You're not just some random dude that's, oh, now I just interact with Digimon. No, the world was built around everything. The story made more sense. The story made more sense. It was the best Cyber Sleuth.
Bobby, it goes to all. So. No, they were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt them or anything. But Deep, to answer your question, no, don't pre-order Wulong for PS5. Wait until actual reviews come out. We need to see the performance on the actual game itself. We're in the digital age these days. You don't need to worry about not being able to get a copy or anything, or if you, because even the quote-unquote physical version, it's just a code. So there's no actual physical version of the game. So whether you decide to get it on PC or PS5 or wait for Xbox or whatever you want to end up doing, wait to actually see the reviews that we see for console and then make your decision from there. Because for all we know, it could be absolute crap on console. We just don't know yet. So don't rush. Don't get, the FOMO or anything like that. Just wait until we actually see reviews for Black Myth Wukong and then make your decision from there. That's the best thing I can say.
Wait. You're saying the physical game, if I go down to Wally World and buy it, it's just
gonna have a code. It's just gonna have a code in the box. That's all it's gonna have. They've already said. What
is this horse shit? Really?
Yeah, I mean it's their first game. It's their first game. I'm not surprised. So.
But then why even have a physical copy then?
Well, because you sell the box. Boxes are probably really super cheap to make. So.
And discs aren't cheap. I mean, expensive either. They're discs. This isn't like the Super Nintendo.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
That's crazy to me.
I'm not making this. I mean, dude, Xbox is basically going all digital at this point.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not putting stuff on the shelf. That's what I don't get. Like, how big is the game, storage-wise?
I don't actually know.
I'll look after this race because I mean, I can understand if it's like they don't want to pay for 2 discs, like they did with Rebirth.
I want to say it's 100 gigabytes, but I might be wrong on that.
Should fit on a Blu-ray XL if they compress it.
Yeah, it should fit, to my knowledge.
130 gigabytes on PC.
Oh, is real.
You discussed the Forza rumor. I'm not.
They just keep talking themselves out
rumor.
of my money. And you guys need to discuss the Forza rumor. Oh yeah, we can add that.
I'm not buying that rumor. I don't think it's gonna be Forza. I think it's gonna be a different game.
I mean, we can easily turn it to just whatever it's gonna be. All right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll do one more race, and then we'll get started on all that stuff.
Capitan.
But yeah, no, deep. Just again, I know sometimes you see a cool trailer, you see a review and everything. I was like this when I was a kid. Like, oh my god, I gotta pre-order. I want to get it day one, all that stuff. Just wait, see where the reviews are and everything like that, and go from there. I mean, unless I guess money's not an issue and you can literally buy anything you want, then go ahead and buy it. I'm not gonna stop you or anything. But just
if you want quality games, you'll stop the review.
Right, exactly. But then again, we've got people who literally made Modern Warfare 3 the best-selling multi-platform game below Hogwarts Legacy the last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that. So we're doomed as an industry as it is anyway.
So. Well, I mean, come on, that's that mediocrity poking the sun.
Doesn't matter. Still bringing in billions of dollars, and guess what? Those companies are going to go trend chasing. I mean, look at Battlefield. Battlefield, unfortunately, has gone into an absolute shit show, and I absolutely hate it.
I agree. Just like every sports game that comes out, it's just the crowd.
It is, better. And yet every year we see how it rakes in billions of dollars for insert company here. Some kid took their mom's credit card. They're in debt thousands of dollars because they weren't keeping an eye on it, and then this cycle continues.
Mm-hmm.
Such cynicism.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I just thought I just want to call you cynical. I didn't
Yeah, I
see
know
it
you do.
wrong, I guess.
You always just want to call me a name.
Yeah.
I would recommend getting a sports game once every 10 to 15 years.
You know what?
If you enjoy it. That's what I would tell people. You enjoy them once every 10 to 15 years.
Oh, a sports game, you mean?
Yeah, sport game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, easily, yeah.
Because by then they've added something cool enough in there that you're gonna like it.
I don't know. I'd love to go back to like 2013, 2012 sports game and see if it's actually changed now. I mean, I'm sure the hardcore people will be like, oh yeah, I can change the mustache on this character or whatever. I can do this with shark cards or whatever they're called in that game. But in reality, they're just like, nothing's changed, guys. Oh yeah, Bobby, I did see that comment about you hoping Marathon changes the landscape forever, which I know is trolling.
Oh, it will.
But
it will.
Whoa. I have high hopes for Marathon.
I don't have high hopes for Marathon at all.
I don't know if you're even trolling or not at this point.
I'm look, do I have, like, it's...
Wait, he's serious.
Yes.
I'm dead ass serious. Look, this is why Marathon needs to succeed for one reason, all right?
Oh.
I thought when Marathon was announced, and it was announced as a extraction shooter, I was like, that's the perfect genre to jump into. It's the perfect genre. And guess what's happening right now? You look at it every other week, or at least once a month, an extraction type game is hitting the floor. But none of them are doing anything different. Like, it's all mostly realistic.
I'm assuming you've heard
Marathon-
about the whole, it's not an extraction shooter, it's a hero extraction shooter now.
The silence is
The
deafening.
silence?
See, well, let me explain what I think is gonna, what I think any extraction needs to be right now. An extraction shooter. You get some fantasy in there because everything is more realistic. When Bungie asked the Tarkov players, this was what got me right, and small Bungie grant. Bungie brought Tarkov players out to test the game. Tarkov players gave feedback, and they said, "Would you quit Tarkov?" In what universe is a content creator that's making bank on their game gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'll stop playing it"? No, ridiculous. It was a really dumb question to ask. And Tarkov players are very particular players. They're very picky, right? If we get a fantasy extraction shooter, yes, I think that genre has not really been tapped into perfectly because of that, or bad word. I can't think of the word. Anyway, yeah, we need a fantasy extraction. That's what we need. I'm telling you. And you said a hero extraction.
That's what Jason Schreier has said. So
I've heard of that, and I don't know that that's a bad thing. I don't know what that even means, other than we're going to have abilities. Yeah, I'm down for it. Yeah, I'm on fantasy.
Well, the original thing though was that in the game you're going to be able to make your own character, a la Destiny version, essentially. And now it's just pre-picked heroes, is what I've heard. Essentially, that's what it is. Plus, I don't know. I'm not an extraction shooter guy, so whatever. I don't play those games, but regardless.
I mean, at that point, who cares if it's pre-built characters, right? Who cares if their loadout is just...
we say that, but then people are giving games like Concord a hard time because it's a hero shooter, so... Actually, I do want to ask you, what is your opinion on Concord? Like, I'm actually genuinely curious. What is your opinion on it?
You know what? I have to get back to you. I haven't looked much into Concord because, again, it's well, from what I understood, it was set more realistic. But now that you're saying that, I guess I should check it out. They had the beta recently, right? Is that
they had an open beta. So I'll give you the Spark notes real quick, and then again, go do your own research, come back, tell us later, all that stuff. So it is a 5v5 hero shooter made by ex-Bungie, Call of Duty, and another group of developers. They made their own studio, essentially. Sony bought them up, and they are making a 5v5 hero shooter right now with all the modes, deathmatch, competitive modes, diffuse, everything you can imagine, essentially. 16 characters, I believe, at launch, 12 maps to begin. It's multiplayer only, no battle passes, and it's a one-time pay $40 for the game instead of free to play with, you know, then having to buy battle passes and everything. Typical old school unlocked system where you level up, you unlock, you know, things for your characters, costumes, you name it. And the game releases next week. So
that's next week.
Yeah, Spark Notes. That's the Spark Notes for you, Ken.
It sounds interesting. I
will tell you right now, as a quote unquote old school gamer, I actually liked the mechanics and everything. Just the problem with Concord for me personally was that it's good, but it's not going to draw me away from, you know, playing single player games or going and, you know, because I like Lemon and I love to play the finals, for example, right? Love the finals.
Yep.
It's not going to drag me away probably to really do that, even though I love the fact that it is a pay one time, no effing battle passes, not having to do with any of that shit. Updated, you know, going forward and everything, which is always really good. Not putting it behind some kind of premium pass like Battlefield did way back in the days. Absolutely love that about the game. But I will admit, the characters, in my opinion, they are kind of boring. The maps in Concord were both good and okay, and the shooting mechanics I thought were pretty good. I mean, it's no surprise based on, you know, the people who are literally making the game. So, not surprised.
So it's gonna the combat or the action is gonna come closer to like a Call of Duty shooter. Yes.
If I had to compare it to a game, so first off, the TTK, it's a lot slower. If you're someone who does not like slow TTKs, you probably will not like this game at all. I personally do. I prefer a slower TTK. I would compare. I don't know, Bobby. What is the best comparison to, the combat or the shooting mechanics for Concord? What would you compare it to? Year One Destiny, I guess.
I mean that wasn't too bad. I stood in one spot, spun in a circle, and got like a 20 kill streak, like within the first week in PvP. So, I'd say that time kill was pretty good.
Yeah, so anyway, do your research. Let me know later down the road. And, yeah.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I worry that it's just going to be 5v5, and, you know, that's just kind of all.
It is 5v5, unless maybe some of the competitive modes are 3v3. I'm not really sure. So, I can't say on that.
Yeah, and I don't trust that there's going to be nothing monetized in that game.
Oh, there's costumes. There's costumes, but there's no battle passes or anything, which I'm perfectly okay with. And the unlock system, you actually get to unlock costumes and stuff like that. So,
and they say no battle pass until the real game comes out and they put.
Well,
stuff in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if the game goes free to play and then they put a battle pass in. But as of right now, supposedly it's not. So, again, I gave you the Spark Notes. Now you got to do your research and everything. So.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll have plenty of time to catch up with it because I still think there is no king of the hill for extraction shooters, at least. So, but this isn't going to be extraction. This is just going to be in the arena type.
Yeah, it's a normal multiplayer type of game. So.
All right.
No, we need to dump all that stuff. We need to go back. We need to make a what was the game called? Mag? Massive Action. That it was a PS3 game.
God, Mag has like 200 plus players or something like that online.
Yeah, 256 player matches.
Yeah, I remember that. Damn, that was a long time ago.
That is peak Sony online gaming. That game was ridiculous. It just was a bunch of smaller games like all bundled together, but it was cool. It was a fun idea.
Action Medic.
It did not work out well.
I was the leader one time. We didn't win because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was my first time being a leader. Everybody died. Because I did like the big one, right, where you had, you know, the group and then the squad leader and then the overseer, whatever the hell that was, right? I did that once and they threw me into the top and they were like, "You need to command the team. You need to tell them this." And I'm like, "Shut up and go shoot something, bro. I don't know what I'm doing here." It was great. Yeah. Mag was so good. All right.
I'm going to get some water. Ken, Lemon, and I have to do some recording stuff, so we'll catch you later. All right, man?
Yep. Catch you later.
All right. Later. Lemon, let me get some water, and then we'll get going.
I'll do the same.
should be on. All right, editors. Obviously, this is just test. Making sure it's working okay. Cut this all out, obviously. I'm burdened with cat at the moment. Oh, the cat got in your way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Working. Cool. All right. Obviously, editors. Yeah, you guys know the deal already. So. All right, you all ready, Lemon?
Yep. Just make sure it's recording.
Trust me, it's recording. So. All right, here we go. Probably one of the biggest games that people are anticipating for this year of 2024 is a little game called Black Myth Wukong. And this game has actually been announced way back in like 2020. And at first, everyone thought this was basically like an Unreal Tech demo, right? You know, those trailers you see that are too good to be true, and then the game releases and it looks absolutely nothing like that. Well, over the years, the game actually got moved over from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5. It took a lot of time to get made and everything, and now it is finally upon us. And as of the time of this recording, the PC reviews are out for Black Myth Wukong. And as you can currently see on screen right here, it is sitting at a much reasonable 82. You know what? For a first-time game made by Game Science, that's a very respectable score. And we're going to go through some of the opinions that we've seen online and everything, through some of the reviews. But overall, this game is looking to actually promise what it was promising, essentially. However, to be frank here, though, all these reviews, like I said before, are PC only, which means that if you are somebody who wants to play this on PlayStation or eventually Xbox when it's released, do not pre-order this game right now. You need to wait until those reviews come out, because it could be a very similar situation that we saw with a little game called Cyberpunk 2077, where that game, God, what is the best way to describe PlayStation 4 and Xbox One Cyberpunk? Editors, show them what we had to deal with back in the days. So yeah, that's essentially what we had to deal with. And so I don't want to say it's going to be that bad. We still haven't seen anything from PC and everything. Everything that we've seen we haven't seen anything from console. We've seen nothing but PC, essentially. Which, again, to be fair, by the way, if you haven't done it already, you can actually go over to Steam. There is a Black Myth Wukong, like, kind of test demo, essentially, where it's not playing the game, but it does test your PC. And if you see this little screenshot... if you see this little screenshot up on screen right now, this is what I got personally with a 10900K, a 3080 graphics card, and 32 gigabytes of RAM. So overall, not terrible or anything like that. I unfortunately can't do anything like the upscaling tech that you get to see in the 40 series cards or anything with the AMD equivalent. I do know I can use AMD's open source upscaling, but again, at this particular moment, I just simply did raw performance. What could my PC do at that time? So overall, it's not bad. As long for an action game, as long as I can hit over 60 FPS, I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm not trying to hit 4K. I'm going 1440p. I don't need anti-aliasing on or anything like that. And plus, I know this is an Unreal 5 engine game. It's definitely made to take advantage of the latest hardware. So I'm not expecting 120 FPS, 4K or anything like that. But in reality, though, I mean, again, this game is looking pretty good. Most of the scores are anything around, 93 to 80 to 75, as you currently see right here as the latest critic reviews. If we go over here and we click on based on all of the reviews and everything. So if you want to go in here, check out all of these. Obviously, you're going to have anyone giving it 100, because just like anything, all reviews, no matter what it comes to a game, your top ones are going to be the hundreds, the people who fanboy out about it, essentially. And then at the bottom, you're going to have the people giving the most ridiculous reviews, sometimes saying like, we have to give this game a 2 out of 5 or a 2 out of 10 because it didn't include insert thing here, essentially like that, right? So, you can always ignore those reviews particularly. I myself personally like to look at things that kind of give it either between, I'd say between 95 to 70 or maybe even 6, unless the majority of the reviews are saying this game is garbage overall. But when you see that the score is hitting around 82, then I like to look kind of in the middle, essentially, right? So one, for example, right here is from Hardcore Gamer. It says, just as a kind of brief summary, states that Black Myth Wukong took us by surprise. It had a lot of potential from its initial reveal, but what Game Science has been able to create is nothing short of greatness. This is a visual treat that brings ancient China and Chinese mythology to life like never before, crafting a story that, while somewhat vague, will compel you to progress. And if you obviously want to click on it more, it will talk about whether, they go into detail about combat and everything, which is always really good. Say what you will about them. One of the biggest people is obviously IGN's review. IGN basically gave it an 8 out of 10, stating that it has really cool combat. The world itself is really cool, whether it's from the mountains, the deserts, the forests, you name it. But they do mention that they had some technical issues, especially going later on into the game. So obviously go check that out, see what you hear. And for anyone who wants to potentially get this on console, like I said beforehand, wait until those console reviews come out, because all of these reviews right here sound like a broken record. They are only for the PC, which means the console could either be really good, really bad. I'm going to use Cyberpunk, even though you're in a great spot right now. That game should not have been out on the previous gen consoles or anything like that. One person I personally love when it comes to looking at reviews and everything is actually going to be both Gaming Bolt, but then also one that I truly love is going to be Game Ranks. Game Ranks always has great reviews when it comes to these videos, because it's not just simply giving you a review. It's simply a before you buy. And again, shout out to them. Full credit goes to them and everything. Go check out the video out and everything. But all of their stuff, especially from Jake Baldino, who's the head of Game Ranks over there, he just kind of, he just gives you raw impressions and everything, which I always find to be really cool. Saying things like the gameplay is obviously really fun, the world looks really beautiful and everything, the performance can be hit or miss. He didn't have nearly as many bugs or issues when it comes to the performance as someone like over at IGN or someone over at VGC or anything like that. So as always, take it with a grain of salt. Always check out multiple reviews and everything. But Lemon, I want to ask you now, joined by us always is our guest Lemon here on the Direct channel. What are your personal thoughts when it came to seeing the reviews for Black Myth Wukong? Are you going to pick this up right away? Are you going to wait for a sale or anything? What are your personal thoughts?
Sale. I have too many other games to play. I'm also very concerned, as you mentioned, about Cyberpunk. I think this is kind of trending that same way. Why they're being so cagey? Well, I'm not saying it's not only them being cagey, but it's more just it's very conspicuous. It's all PC. Not one person's talked about consoles. So why has there been any news about why it's all been PC?
According to Graythorn in our chat right now, which by the way, great little statement right here. He says Black Myth Wukong has a new gameplay clip on PS5. So I'm actually going to look that up as you continue to give me your answer. But continue with what your thoughts and everything.
I mean, that to me is a humongous red flag. I mean, the game could be good, but if it doesn't run, why would I want to pay, put money towards it? And kind of going alongside that, I'm still flabbergasted as to why you would put a game out physically but not include a disc. Like, unless the game is too big to put on a disc, I don't know why you would do that. It just seems the only thing I can think of is playing into my concern about how well the game runs. If that was the case, then they would never have a quote unquote broken game, for lack of a better phrase, on disc prior to a day one patch. That seems really weird to me. Like, I don't know. I'm getting a lot of weird, mixed signals from this. I hope it's going to be good. I want it to be good. I like another game to play. But it's definitely, like you said, wait and see. I'm definitely going to be waiting.
So the latest thing I can find when it comes to anything in terms of PS5 is that last trailer that they posted over 9 days ago. But again, it's a more cinematic trailer. They do show off gameplay and everything, but again, they do the typical thing where they hide the UI and everything like that, which obviously every company and their mother hides UI when it comes to showing off trailers and everything. But that's the only thing that we've seen. So does the game actually run like that? Hard to say, right? Could Game Science have sent PlayStation this clip to then upload, but in reality, it's a PC run version? Yeah, easily could have done that. Is it actual PlayStation 5 gameplay? Yeah, it easily could be too. But we just simply don't know, which is why I have to constantly tell people, look, do not pre-order this game. Wait until the reviews for the console come out. If they're sitting around the same score as the PC version and saying, look, if you played in 4K 30 FPS, you get exactly what you expect. But, the best way to play it is 1440p 60 because, obviously this is an action game. You need those frames and everything like that. And if people say, kind of the same thing where it's like, no, the game plays really well and everything. Yeah, you got some graphical hiccups here and there. Then, by all means, buy away, play it and everything. I personally am looking really forward to this game because it's definitely a boss-style rush with some open areas, essentially, which I'm all for. I definitely like that. It's more linear. Okay, I'm personally fine with that. But I'm not, going full fanboy here saying like, oh yeah, no, just blindly pre-ordered this and everything. No, the whole point of when these reviews dropped today at the time of this recording, I wanted to see how the console version ran, because I figured the PC was either gonna be one of two things. Either PC was, gonna actually be somewhat fine, especially once I saw the Steam testing that you can download and everything, and I was getting around 70 to 90 frames, give or take, at 1440p. I was like, okay, yeah, fine. PC can play it no problem for the most part. Obviously, if you're, I guess, trying to run an i3 with a 10 or 970 GPU, yeah, no, duh, you're not gonna be able to run this. So sorry, Lemon, you can't play the game because I know you run that type of machine. So, but again, how's it going to run on the console? Because we've also seen, if you guys remember, that this game was delayed on the Xbox Series X and the Series S. Now, we've gone over this in another video and everything, saying that, look, it's most likely due to the fact that they have to release it on the S as well. The S has less RAM, VRAM, that all stuff, right? And we're, again, we know people are going to come in and try to defend certain consoles and everything. We don't give two craps about that. Bottom line, especially with the way the engine that they're using in this game, and we've seen with the graphical fidelity and everything, there is no way that the S is going to be able to handle this. And now that we still don't have console, aka the PS5 reviews yet, if this runs like crap on the PS5, which means it would also then run crap on the S Series X, I can only imagine the Series S is going to be literally on fire in your living room. So again, we need to just simply wait and see what's going to happen with the console versions. I mean, Lemon, just based on what we've seen from either previous games of 4 or anything like that, do you think it's going to be good or not? Like, what are your personal thoughts on it?
I don't know. That's the problem with all this. I mean, there's just too much unknowns with this, but a lot of weird stuff's going on, and I don't know.
Yeah. Editors, cut right here for a sec. Bobby apparently sent me the new gameplay clip in Discord. It's a few hours old, apparently. Okay. So according to him, this is going to be the new gameplay that was just mentioned. So shout out to our chatter over on YouTube as well, Graythorn. Let me right here. Oh, here we go. It looks official and everything. Let's go and take a look. Let's actually just watch this together and everything. So give me a second, Ray, real quick, as I just get this all set up. And but again, it is also posted by someone named Gao. It's not the official PlayStation or anything like that, but I guess we'll take it with a grain of salt. So I'll turn the volume on and let's see how it runs. And we'll obviously make sure I can run it at 1440p 60, because obviously my monitors are 1440p. So editors, that's right here. I mean, it clearly has the PlayStation button map out that right there that we saw. Again, this is only a minute or so, but if we cut it back to here, you see R2 right there. And if we cut it back just a little bit more, so we do see triangle, circle, X, and square. Then again, some of that stuff can easily be, modded or edited or anything.
Well, I mean, the PC version of the game might do that too. If you plug in a
yes.
DualSense.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, when it comes to PC gaming, generally, like if I plug in my PS5 controller to especially older games, I would say it will take the Xbox controller layout, just because Xbox controllers have always worked with PC mostly flawlessly for the most part. PlayStation only up until I think the PS4 has really worked and everything. So 9 times out of 10, an older game is just simply going to use the Xbox layout. It's the same as PlayStation. Both controllers are literally the same. Same with the the Switch Pro controller and everything. But it's going to have, instead of circle on the PlayStation controller, for example, it's going to have A or B or X or whatever the case is, essentially, right? But because this game is more modern now, especially in 2024, this game could easily simply be on the PC still, but it's it's just using the PlayStation layout and everything, right? The guy or girl who recorded this simply plugged in their PlayStation controller, and so it just picked up on it, and then that was that, essentially. So again, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, again, just based off of this gameplay right here that we're seeing, it's looking good. Again, I don't think the game has ever been, but this is also gameplay that I have not personally seen in any of the reviews. So I don't know if this is somebody who has sent a code, because I do remember that all the reviews are saying that they could only show up to about chapter 2 or something like that. And that was about it. I guess for spoilers' sakes or something like that. So this definitely looks further than that because I personally have not seen this anywhere. So we'll have to wait and see if this is actually PlayStation 5 gameplay, or again, if it's simply on PC and the game happens to have the DualSense support, essentially, right? And from what I've seen over on Steam, I'll actually pause this real quick and bring Steam up for a second. Does this game actually say anything about that and everything? So if we head over to the store real quick and I type in Black Myth Wukong, there it is right there. Oh, and by the way, there was that little thing that we mentioned beforehand. So if I type it in again, there's the benchmark tool. You can download that for free and you can test your PC. So, but going down here, again, your typical digital deluxe edition stuff. It says Xbox, it says full controller support, Xbox controllers and your DualSense controller. So it does say that. But keep that in mind right there. So again, this could easily just be someone playing on PC, and because it has DualSense controllers support, there you go. That's basically it. So, and unfortunately, it does incorporate third-party DRM, Denovu. So that's something right there. I know Bobby is just loving that right now. So, according to our chat also as well, though, our own little Bobby, he does say this is supposedly PlayStation China who put this up. Kind of checks out with the Bilibili logo at the top. So I guess PlayStation, China does have I don't think they have an official YouTube page, but if they do, I guess look that up, see if you can find anything. So we'll have to wait and see. But regardless, I really do hope this game works really well on the console. And that means that the Xbox Series X version is safe, and then simply that means that the S was the reason for the delay. If the PlayStation 5 version runs like crap, then that definitely, I guess, is a very good thing it was delayed on both the X and the S. And I really wish the PS5 version had been delayed as well. But again, hopefully Sony, because they have mentioned that they've worked with Sony and everything like that, along with Microsoft. Hopefully Sony would be smart enough to be like, yeah, this game actually does run, especially when you had something like Cyberpunk 2077, where Sony themselves actually took the game off of the store, which is very rare for Sony to do. They're also giving refunds to it, which Sony almost never does. So they're probably trying to avoid something like that going forward, would be my guess. So if this game, unfortunately, again, we haven't seen any reviews, but here's the hope that it does work really well on the consoles. PC, obviously, again, we saw the impressions that it is looking to be a solid 84. Again, most reviews are around the 80s. You got some 70s, you got some 90s, typical stuff right there. I am curious what the lowest score is. Tech Raider says it can look beyond. If you can look beyond some janky fights and want to experience a unique setting, then it's fun. It's some fun to be had here. That's actually really good. The Sixth Axis gave it a 60. It says it's a stunning game to look at, but the exploration is lacking, and the fighting is sort of fine for the most part. It's a bit uninspiring, and it is a game that I'm expecting to stick with me for any length of time now that I'm done with it. All right, that's a fair review and everything. Game Rant here says, which I know a lot of people have been quoting, essentially, saying, is a game that shies away from the Souls-like label, yet is clearly gunning for a Souls-like audience. It is far from the best in the genre, but it's also not the worst game in Dark Souls. I thought maybe they changed their review, because I could have sworn they had they said something about diversity or something like that. Like a lot of people were quoting something about diversity on one of their reviews or something like that, and I'm like, it's a game based on Chinese mythology, and every single character in the game is an animal. So not trying to get in.
There's like a lack of diversity.
Yeah, it's like a lack of diversity. And I'm like, okay.
It sounds like a Polygon review.
Yeah, I'm just like, what? Like, okay, sure, yeah. Yes, if that's what. Oh, here it is. Okay, it was Screen Rant. Sorry, not Game Rant. It was Screen Rant. So, given most of its shortcomings lie in the performance, diversity, and wasted environment factors, that would have transformed it into something great. Okay, I guess with diversity, sure. Again, all animals based off Chinese mythology, sure.
Well, it might be diversity of environment too, though.
That could
just
be,
like
yeah. If it's diversity of environment, then sure. But if it's talking about diversity in terms of characters and everything, then
that's a bit of a weird one.
That's a weird take. I'll just say that right there. So, yeah. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So, but overall, Looks like a solid game. I'm definitely be picking it up though because I need to cover it here on the channel. But don't do the same thing I do. Wait for more reviews to come out. Wait to see how the console performs and everything like that, and then decide how to spend your money. Do all the research you need to and everything. You're not missing out on, you know, a digital version of the game or anything like that. Like, you can literally buy it whenever you want. So, but with that being said, though, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because this definitely looks like an interesting game. Lemon, I know you'll pick it up later on sale. Bobby, I'm not really sure when you're going to pick it up, but regardless, here's hoping. Okay, that's a good spot to end that recording. How long was it?
So that YouTube video also had comments disabled. I think it's bogus.
It might be, yeah. Again, like I said, the whole comments disabled thing, like,
that's always a red flag for me. Why would you ever disable your comments?
Yuzu, looks like a pretty game, but not sure if I'd pick it up. Again, wait for more reviews to come out. You know, especially if you're going to play it on console, right? We don't know how it performs on console yet. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen there.
But the FOMO is real.
As about 17 minutes. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, let's get set up for the next topic then.
Cool.
Oh, and by the way, Yuzu, thank you so much for the for rating the channel. Much appreciated. Always appreciated. Okay, so I don't want that. Yeah, see, the comments are turned off. You guys only got 13 subs, so like, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay. I mean, because like if you search up PlayStation China, yeah, they don't have an actual and yeah, here's Gao. Yeah, that's the same thing we just looked at and everything. I do know IGN China gave the game a 10 out of 10. Shocker, I know.
I'm shocked. I say.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it'd be like, you know, IGN insert country here, that, and the game is from that country and everything, right? So, you know, it is what it is. So,
could be a new account that just pushed the link. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. But again, why would you turn comments off? Like, this seems weird. But I mean, yeah, it could be a burner account for them.
what was the out of those 4 games that went to PlayStation from Xbox? You had Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, Pentiment, and what was that? Sea of Thieves, right? Sea of Thieves went to.
Sea of Thieves, yeah. Sea of Thieves is arguably the biggest one there in terms of money. You know,
right? It made the most. Like, it was on some top charts and everything. That's what I'm just trying to find real quick. PS5 sales, I guess. This is 3 months ago. This is on Reddit. Yeah, according to this, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, here we go. From Matt. Matt's a cool guy to follow over on Twitter if you guys don't follow him by any means. Sea of Thieves is having a great start on PlayStation 5 in the US market. Again, this is back on May 6, 2024. The game finished. Yeah. Okay, this is perfect. This is perfectly what I was looking for. All right, awesome. All right, let me just take a sip of water real quick, and then we'll get into this. Well, have an idea for what you would like, you know, what the next game you would like to see that is not Forza, apparently. Okay. Bobby, I'd ask if you want to join, but I know you've got cat duties, even though I know you would love to jump on here to talk about Xbox. Actually, let me get some more water, then we'll start.
Cool.
Okay, hit the old recording button. Testing. Editors, you know what to do. We're gonna make this short and sweet. I'm not gonna have much to really say on this. Yeah, have fun with the intro. Is all I'm gonna say, as always. All right. So if you guys happen to remember back at the beginning-ish year or so here of 2024, then you might remember that Xbox actually released 4 games over onto competing consoles, aka the Switch and the PlayStation 4/5. We got to see things like Hi-Fi Rush, we got to see Grounded, Pentiment, and a game called Sea of Thieves. If you guys don't know those games, then maybe you haven't been around as long, but regardless, those were a combination of some single player games and some online games. Things like Hi-Fi Rush, obviously a lot newer. They are a single player focus game and they supposedly did really well. But one of the biggest games that they got out of those 4 was actually Sea of Thieves, and it actually was topping the charts for PlayStation. Yes, an Xbox game was topping the charts on PlayStation during the month of May here in 2024. Following over here on Matt's Twitter account. By the way, if you guys don't follow this guy, he is really cool when it comes to seeing just raw data and everything when it comes to sales and how things are working within the gaming industry. So if you're really into that kind of stuff, definitely give him a follow over on Twitter. But Sea of Thieves, as he says here, is having a great start on PlayStation 5 in the US market. The game finished at number 2 and for the weekly bestseller tracking during April 27th up to number 36 from the previous week. Sea of Thieves officially launched on April 30th, but had early access starting April 25th. So it's doing really well. And I think I remember seeing that it actually reached number 1 over in Europe, if I remember correctly. Europe and the States do actually have a lot of different numbers sometimes when it comes to what is popular. Like sometimes in the States, you'll see that Call of Duty is number 3, but over in Europe, Call of Duty is down at like number 9. I know, not the biggest difference or anything, but regardless, we do see there. And lately, as of the last couple of days, we've been seeing a lot of rumors talking about right now that the next Xbox game that's going to be announced for PlayStation is going to happen sometime next week. And the big question everyone's asking is, what is that game? Some people are jumping on saying, no, it's not going to be Halo. Some people think it's going to be Gears. Other people are saying, no, it's just going to be some kind of smaller game. The big rumor right now is that it's supposedly going to be the Forza game, the latest Forza game. Forza is obviously a very popular series over on Xbox. Always looks like a very beautiful game, runs really well and everything. But I don't know what's going to happen because I know PlayStation does have their own quote unquote racing game. It's not more open world like Forza, if I remember correctly. GTA, I believe GTA 7 is the latest game. It could be GTA 8. I'm not really sure. Again, I don't play those games really. But regardless, I don't know if it would be a racing game like this. But it definitely could be. We'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen there. If I had to take a wild guess as to what they could be releasing next week, or at least announcing, my guess would maybe be Starfield. And the only reason I say that before everyone's rolling their eyes and everything is simply because they have the DLC coming up, the Shattered Space DLC. And we talked about this, I believe last week or 2 weeks ago, where Xbox has a lot of games coming out and their schedule is almost too cramped trying to fit things in, where basically it's going to come down to the fact that, you know, one of these games is going to be forgotten about. It's just the reality of the situation, right? It's the same thing that we saw was way back in the day where we had something like Battlefield, Call of Duty, and Titanfall all releasing within the same like couple of weeks. And lo and behold, unfortunately, Titanfall had to take the L on that one. We always hate EA for that, and we will continue to hate EA for that. So that something like that is easily probably going to happen here with Xbox, where they have so much releasing at the same time or around the same time that something's going to be forgotten about, right? Whether it's lower sales, lower numbers, you name it, essentially. So I could potentially see something like that where Starfield is going to be released on PlayStation because they want to try and sell more of the DLC. And we do know that they were somewhat working on a PlayStation version of the game, but then it was either canceled or it was just stopped. So maybe they were able to pick that back up. I'm not really sure. I'm not a big Starfield guy, you know, even if it is the game to release. But if you are someone who loves Bethesda games and you're on PlayStation, that could be something for you right there. But joining me as always is our own Lemon here. And Lemon, what do you think could be the game to be released on from Xbox over to PlayStation if you had to take a wild guess?
All right. Ready for this?
Oh boy, can't wait.
Blinks the Time Sweeper. They're bringing it back. I'm sure no one remembers that game at all.
I don't think anyone remembers that game. I'm sure we'll have something up on screen right now for the B-roll as the recorded video for this. But okay, and how about your second guess in terms of what could potentially come out?
My realistic one, I think it's probably gonna be like Flight Simulator or something. I don't think Forza is gonna be it. Halo would be fun, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna be something that's a little less, maybe not on brand for Xbox, but maybe something a bit more. I don't know, something people might want. I mean, it's a boring game. I couldn't imagine wanting to play Flight Simulator on anything, console or PC, but I think that's probably going to be it. I don't think Forza is going to make the jump. Gears might.
Gears could potentially. It's hard to say.
I don't. I'm a weirdo. I always attribute Gears to Epic, not to Xbox or Microsoft for some reason. But I'm just weird, I guess.
It could be that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, it's gonna be Halo, definitely. It's like, look, as cool as it would be to see a Halo over on PlayStation, seeing as that's Microsoft's basically going third-party publisher essentially. I doubt it's Halo. I really do. So, Bobby, sorry, you got to go cry in the corner yourself, my man. But the way I personally like, if it has to be something connected to something that's releasing soonish, the only thing I can possibly see would be Starfield to then allow for the DLC to release. That's just my guess, though, right? Forza easily could be, even though, again, Forza's over a year old at this time right now. Is there a new Forza game coming out this year? I don't actually remember.
I don't think so. Yeah, because last one was Motorsport, the actual sim one.
Right. So I don't think that's releasing. So it could be the older Forza game from last year. I don't know. It's hard to say. Again, if just reading through the comments and everything, it says in an update of these rumors, Jess Gordon of Windows Central claims that a port is going to be announced next week, but it's not expected to be Forza Horizon 5 at this time. So then what's left, essentially? I mean, Gamescom is coming up on August 20th, which at the time of this recording is in 3 days. So not much time to really, like, what else could you really announce? Unless it's going to be some brand new game, which doesn't really make sense, I guess. It's really hard to say what is going to be the next game to release, essentially. That could sell well, I would say, because I know that those first 4 games were experiments, and the fact that something like Sea of Thieves, which is a online player, multiplayer type of game, that obviously did well and everything. I don't know how Hi-Fi Rush did or anything like that. Let's see, Hi-Fi Rush PS5 sales. Apparently, Hi-Fi Rush back in April 2024 was on sale by 30%. I'm seeing nothing but like Hi-Fi Rush deals and everything. This is tracking prices back in March 2024. So I'm guessing Hi-Fi Rush did okay. Be my guess. Nothing too crazy or anything like that. Pentiment definitely did not, blow the doors off for sales or anything. Because again, Pentiment was never going to be that type of game. So it definitely seems like Sea of Thieves was the best selling one. So are they going to focus more on a multiplayer style game, or are they going to focus on a single player game? It's hard to say, because Forza has both online and offline. So that could be another good experiment for them. Maybe that actually does, take away the Starfield thought of it being a more single player focused game. But who's to say? Because again, Starfield is definitely a big game in terms of Bethesda. I personally never have enjoyed Bethesda games because they're way too janky and buggy for my liking, but a lot of people do like them. So that could be it, but I'm just not really 100% sure. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to be happening there. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you think it is going to be Forza? Do you think it's going to be something like Starfield? We'll have to wait and see. And make sure you guys hit that sub button, by the way, because we are super close to hitting 5K subs as our year-end goal, and it's August right now. So we'll try to hit another sub goal. If you guys are able to smash that sub goal, hit the like button as always, and leave your comments down below, because Gamescom is coming up, and then next month in September, we've got TGS Tokyo Game Show, which we're going to be covering here on the channel. Just got the channel signed up for it. Heading over there on both of the business days. It's going to be absolutely crazy in the best ways possible, and we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But until then, we'll probably get some kind of trailer here when it comes to this Xbox game going over to PlayStation. We'll have to wait and see, because if it is something that's more current, it's not going to go to PlayStation 4. So do they want to put it on PlayStation 4 or only on PlayStation 5? We'll have to wait and see. So it's anyone's guess. All right, awesome.
Boo, you don't like Bethesda games? Boo.
Dude, I've never enjoyed Bethesda games.
Boo. How could you do this to me? Boo.
You've known this.
You were like a brother to me. Boo.
Boo! Boom off the stage and everything.
I got the high ground.
All right, I think with that, guys, though, we got a lot of Mario Kart played, and we got some comments and chatted about some topics and everything. So I'm gonna call it there for the stream. Thank you for everyone that joined us today. Always exciting to talk with everybody about different games and everything like that. We definitely had some hot takes from Ken. We'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen there. We got some shorts coming up on that. Don't you worry. I'm definitely posting those. I got those. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. But regardless, though, Lemon, thank you so much for joining me as always. And everyone, again, here in the chat, it was a blast. So until next time, everyone, we will catch you guys all in the next one. Johnny.